This is my only content.
We hit 77,000 views on B tier, so thank you everybody at
Thanks.
home.
Thanks.
I was also gonna mention too that like the average podcast only goes for normally about 8 episodes. And
We're past that.
it is an average, so I'll give everybody that. Like that means that most either quit after 1 or 2, and a lot or some of them even go up to like 1,000 episodes or whatever, you know? But yeah, you average it down and it does equal about 8
8.
episodes. That's like the average podcast. So we beat it.
We're B tier.
We beat it. Like, congrats, you know?
B tier all the way.
We're just good enough. We made it. Um, and yeah, that I know that like doesn't seem like that crazy, but it means something to like be because I don't know. I have another person in my org starting a he's doing like a college football podcast,
Hmm.
and it's 2 people from the org. One of them just quit full-time gaming content to go into like this podcast. They're on like episode 3 or 4. And I just wonder like if they'll be here in like 3 months. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we almost quit. I mean, B tier.
Well, like, what do they do when college football the season's over? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right. Do you do postseason
do you go back?
stuff?
Yeah, or
Do you go back to
or
gaming?
do you go back to gaming?
You probably go back to gaming. I would guess.
I don't know. I don't know what their mindset is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know they like to grind, so it's probably gonna be they need something to do. Like, one of them on the podcast is still gaming every night. Like, he's still streaming every night.
Why not?
Like, he just
You know?
does like they do it like a weird time. It's like Saturday morning
No.
live streams. It's like,
I mean, for college football, that makes sense.
yeah,
That
but then
makes sense.
for everybody else's lives,
Yeah,
it's like so hard to tune
for
in.
college football, that makes sense.
Yeah, so but I hope that they do well. It's just like, you know, it's hard to start a podcast. I just know it is. Like it, but it's probably the easiest content when it comes to like how to do content and how to structure content because
Right.
it is so unstructured.
Well, right. There is no one way to go about a podcast.
Exactly. You just kind of turn the camera on.
Right.
Be like, hey, dude, we got a comment on one of our videos.
Action.
Yeah. We got a comment on one of our videos that was like, "Hey, bro, let's start a podcast."
Oh, I saw that one.
It's a banger, absolute banger. I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty much what we did."
That's what we did.
I don't know. We didn't have any idea with this really. Like, I don't know. Kato called me up. He's like, "Let's start a pod." And I was like, "All right, this is pretty easy to do." So.
I just jumped in.
Yeah, I needed you when I needed him most. He was there.
Ride or die. Ride or die.
But it's crazy what you can do if you put like a gamer, a conspiracy theorist, a stoner, and a cop in the same room. Man, we can do anything. Like,
Stoner can do anything. You give him weed but nothing to smoke out of, he automatically becomes an engineer to find out something to smoke with. He'll make something out of something.
Anything.
Yeah, you give him weed but nothing to smoke out of, he's an engineer, automatic.
Next thing you know, he's an auto mechanic taking something out of your car that you don't know if you need tomorrow.
Oh, you'll know you need it tomorrow when it falls off, but be like,
until then,
not his problem.
Exactly. Phil, what do you think about like I don't know on D tier specifically? What do you think we can like improve on? What do you think our negatives are, and what do you think we can kind of?
I just think
What do you think we need to get rid of? Okay, trap you.
I mean, the weakest link is. I mean,
yeah, right.
No, I'm just joking. I think we need like more topics, so it's more structured, kind of, for per episode, not like overall. Like I like how we like can deliberate or focus on one topic, but like I think we need more topics, like better flow, maybe better way about it. But it's the only thing I can think we can improve
on. Do you think you'd want to go more when people say topics? They're like, okay, like current topics,
See, like
trending topics,
I don't know.
viral
Yeah,
stuff.
that we'd have to sit down with everybody and see which way we want to
Yeah.
go, or if we just want to keep bullshit, which I'm okay with.
Hmm. Yeah, because right now, like the topics out of the hat thing is like the greatest thing about all of this. I think it's so great. Like, but do you put like trending or viral
Like, right.
topics into the hat?
Well, and it's not guaranteed we're gonna pick it right away, so it may be delayed in that topic. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it
it
wouldn't be trending at the time.
could be like 2 months later.
Right. Like those questions are what 2 months old already.
Yeah, and they're random
Like
though.
right.
So like if you were to do topics from like 3 years ago or something like that,
Like right.
and, like it's not relevant anymore, but like that might even be more funny to have like, what
Throwback.
yeah. Like imagine asking everybody at the table like, so what do you think about Justin Bieber getting his green card and being deported to back to Canada? And it's like, it happened in 2012 or whatever.
Right.
Or what do you think about hashtag free Britney? And it's like things that happened like years ago.
See, I think she should have just sat that one. She had drugs in a foreign country. What do you mean? She got caught.
Wait, are you talking about?
Griner? You talking about Brady
I'm
Griner?
talking about Britney Spears.
Oh,
But see, that's a good.
see, that's another good topic.
That's how unrelevantly relevant we can
See,
be.
right? That happened
People
a
in the
little bit
room
ago.
don't even know who we're talking about sometimes. That'd be great.
Like right,
So, like, okay. I mean, we could do something
because there was
along
a
the
free
lines of
Britney there
that.
too.
Yeah. Brittany Gardner.
That's
Yeah.
automatic what I
She was the
thought
one that
of.
got
That's
caught.
just the most recent free Britney. So that's the one that I just automatically pulled
My
out.
brain was like, oh, yeah,
Oh yeah,
2008
yeah, yeah. Like
Britney
oh
Spears.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what Gardner, like what she got caught by like the
She got caught in like
Russian
Russia. Yeah,
government with weed.
yeah. With weed like cartridges.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Like why eat exactly. Cause how smart do you have to be to do that? Not very.
I mean, anybody could do that, but it's like, why?
Yeah, why would you try to get through Russian security?
Right. And not at least try to hide it better. Just in your
Did-
bag.
oh, it was just in her
Just in
bag.
her bag.
Not even like upper butt or something like
No,
that,
it
or
wasn't
some
anything
type
like
of
fun. Or
Peruvian,
like wasn't even like wrapped up.
or
Wasn't
like
even
rap.
like
Yeah,
trying to be hidden. It was just in her bag.
yeah.
From
What do
what
you think?
reports
Yeah,
say.
what do you think
Like,
the best hiding of drugs has been that you've seen?
well, it all depends on where I'm trying to get it out of. Or like what I'm trying to hide. Like, am I on a car? Am I in a plane? Like
Say
what
you're anywhere, I guess. Like, what do you think? Like the best? I don't know.
I'm not giving away all my location.
I saw
There
a
could be a
story.
Katos listening.
Yeah, right. I saw a story like a while back where like the cartel had like dug out the middle of like agave fruit and they had like put all the coke in there and then they had
Well, they
like
do that
shipped
with
that over.
avocados too.
Yeah,
They like hollow out the avocado, take out the pit, and
that's
fill it with
insane
drugs, and
though.
here you go.
That's insane. That's just something I never even like
Like,
thought to look at. You know,
but
How,
like growing up,
it's
like
impressive.
the one I always like I got taught was coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah,
Okay.
like open up the Folgers coffee, red tub.
Yeah.
Open up, peel the label, dig down a little bit, stick all your stuff in there, fold it back over, relight the steel, press it down so it sticks again, so it's not unbroken steel.
Yeah.
Screw it on and
Easy.
go.
Easy.
Another one I heard of is like inside of candles, where you like just cut it in half, put all your stuff inside the candle, melt it back together.
That's impressive. I never even thought to hide it in wax.
Mm-hmm. Because who's gonna look inside a candle?
And it's scent free.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, or get a scented candle.
Yeah.
Have it smell like that.
That's amazing.
You know.
That's a good one. I always like the idea of hollowing out like a Bible and putting a gun in it. So I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like
Or envelopes. Envelopes
envelope.
are super
Yeah.
slick.
Yeah,
You don't know what I'm giving you in an envelope.
just an envelope.
Just an envelope.
Maybe it's got some cash. Maybe it's got a letter to your mom.
Right. Who knows?
And maybe it's Santa Claus. Maybe he's on the way. Maybe he's already coming to
Right.
town.
Maybe I'm paying you rent. You're like, no one knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you could be paying rent and drugs.
Could be,
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know at all. Yeah, I like that one. That was a pretty good one. So,
but I'm
okay.
not. I'm paying that.
Yeah, honestly though. Drug charge more expensive than cash. No, no, no. So this is okay. Going back, you said more topics, right?
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
more
even have to be
topics.
like trending. Like I would
Okay.
just
The only reason that I think we go trending, we'd have to be so careful.
yeah,
We'd
because
have to be so careful because we're gonna tread a line with like anything that we talk about that's
well, yeah, if it's
current.
trending, yeah, we're gonna get that. We're on that line.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say is like we gotta watch out. Like we gotta like maneuver just away away from
Some of his
certain things.
verbiage.
Yeah, some of his verbiage. Yeah, some of his topics. Because I'm okay with going like trending route. I think if we do 2 episodes a week, we do one dedicated to drinking on Fridays or Thursdays, and then we do one dedicated to like we do like the viral stuff on the beginning of the week on Monday. But that would be like how I would do it, and like
Just
we
like
could
topics over the weekend from what they missed last, or
and we could title the episode
this
too.
next one would be a banger. Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Well,
Like what
Oktoberfest.
happens this weekend? Could
Yeah.
be our topics on Monday.
Oktoberfest is like not really relevant to like the world though. You know what I mean?
If someone dies, it might.
That's true.
Start.
We don't know what's
Smiley
gonna
Face
happen.
Killer comes back Oktoberfest weekend. You don't know.
That would be insane.
like,
Like
how
honestly,
many
that
would
would
she
be
get this weekend? You know what I mean? And yes,
Yeah.
I did say
I,
she.
yeah. 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 I don't know if we can talk about that on YouTube, but
Why?
yeah.
It's past.
Oh yeah,
Not trending.
happened a while ago. No, the I think like what I would mean by like trending, right? Is that like the title of the last episode that we had, so the one that we did on Monday,
Mhm.
it would be like Puff Daddy goes to jail slash Trump got assassinated the second time, or Trump
Just to get
attempted.
views, just off the
Yeah,
click.
and then you would title it that, and then you would like you wouldn't really like title it the way that we've been titling. Like
Mhm.
we just title stuff like the bucket list or
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
playground or the importance of ego or something like whatever. We are never leaving Earth was one of them. We have some banger
We're not
titles,
like
but but yeah, I just wonder like if we go the relevant topic route, like we start titling stuff like clickbait articles. I don't know if that's like us.
do we want to be like that and just have people click it just for the title, or do we want them to actually like watch the short, come watch the full video? You know what I mean? Like
I
have
mean,
that topic in the
yeah,
short,
that's how you want to do it.
and then it's just like, oh, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, that's how you want to do it. But it's like really hard to actually do that. Like conversion rate
No,
off of
yeah,
like
yeah.
shorts to
No, yeah.
long term watchers is so like I mean it's such
But
like
we
a
are on multiple
pipeline.
platforms now.
We are. Yeah, we did. So TikTok starts tomorrow, and then I think we have Facebook and
Yep,
Twitter.
yep.
And I don't know if I'm gonna upload full length to Twitter yet, but I might just do like
I
the
don't think we could do that on Facebook. I think we'd hit too many.
on Facebook. We can't.
I think we'd hit too many of the like. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think they'd like flag us for length
Oh, okay,
and like some of the topics we discussed
okay.
because they are just like false news. You know what I mean? Like,
Like we get
but
misinformation.
we're not
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not like preaching this. It's like
yeah.
just our views.
Yeah, it's just like that's the thing about it, man. Like misinformation is like
Yeah, so it's
literally
like I feel like
anything.
they flag us.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, that said, if we don't do full length over on there and just keep
Just
pushing the
keep pushing
shorts, we're
shorts. Yeah.
fine. The shorts are gonna do really good. Like, I mean, the way that like our YouTube growth has already gone,
Oh
like,
yeah.
they're gonna do great. Like we're probably gonna hit 100K views in under a month, or whatever, under a couple weeks from now. And like all of our like the amount of content I have like prepped right now is like absolutely insane.
Just
Um,
I have a lot just like uploading this past stuff.
yeah,
Like I get it.
yeah. And, the past stuff isn't even caught up yet on the main
No.
channel. Like, so it's insane that we can, like, get this much because I don't
So
know,
would
man.
we
My
drop
editing
like
brain is
5 shorts a day then if we're dropping 2 episodes? You know what I mean?
that
Like
well, and, like, realistically, like,
like
5 is too many.
okay, like 3 shorts a day then?
Yeah, like, you
Like
do 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. Yeah, that's, like, doable. But the only problem is like, if we're doing dude, I need another editor. That's what I need. I need somebody who's, like, got that editor eye in them. Maybe I need to, like, hire somebody else to
you
just
need to
upload for me.
hire and teach.
Hire ANTs,
Well,
yeah.
like to do the way that you wanted to get it done, you know what I mean? I feel like you're gonna have to teach
Yeah. That's the hard part. It's, like, having the eye to, like
that. Know
'cause
where you would
I
wanna
I
stop.
will
Yeah.
take a 1-minute story of you getting shot in the woods by public land by different
Shot
hunters.
at, didn't get shot.
It was
But yes.
and I'll chop that up into 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 15 seconds. And, like, that's hard to do.
Oh,
Like, it
yeah.
isn't easy. And I think, like, I know Jeff was like, "Oh, but we could just throw it into, like, an AI or something." And I was like, "Well, like, yeah, but AI doesn't pick up on that. Like, AI does not know that kind of thing. Like, it can edit, it can chop edit, it can get rid of the ums and the ahs and the pauses and the likes and the F words. It's not quite there on figuring out, like, what makes somebody laugh or what grabs attention or what, like, pulls you into a story to begin
Right.
with. It's not there. And
It
I
doesn't
think
have the emotion, you know what I mean? Like, it's
no
a
emotion.
generated product, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because like, I know I've watched Jeff use it on his show because I was, like, kinda curious,
Mhm.
and I can't it's not the same.
Well, we're not
You can
running the same
tell
show, you know what I mean? Like
that's true, yeah. And I'm not dissing Jeff at
no,
all,
no,
but it's
no,
just,
no.
I think the AI is just not quite there in terms of and I would rather not just spit out content. Like, I'd rather have content that's, like, a little bit more orchestrated, a little bit more,
Quality.
like
Quality over quantity.
well, the thing is like, we're getting both right now. So,
That's just because we
um
do 2 podcasts a week.
that's true. That's true, but that's what I mean. So if we uploaded 2 a week, the only problem that I have with that is that we'd always have to be, like, a week and a half ahead. Like, we'd always have to be, like, 2 episodes or 3 episodes ahead.
Right.
We do that, and that's tough. 'Cause, like, I'm basically like, what would happen, and it's because I do, like, the gaming content and stuff too.
Mhm.
I'd pretty much be editing it on, like I don't know, if it's Monday night show, I will be editing Monday night to, like, get that out before I go live on my other channels on, like,
On Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday through Thursday, right? Because 'Cause
You
I'm
don't
not in
want
the
you don't
mental
want
space to
yeah,
do
after
editing at
gaming, you're not
all.
gonna wanna go edit.
Yeah. And if I do, it's gonna be gaming content. Like, I'll
Oh,
I'll
yeah, your
edit, like,
Peppa
what I
content,
just
yeah.
did. And then on Friday, it would be the same thing. Like,
Do
we'd get
Thursday's
done
podcast.
or
Yeah,
Thursday
yeah, yeah,
night,
yeah, yeah.
then we do Friday, I'd be editing, and then I go to work on Saturday night. So it's
Yeah,
like,
and then
I
it's
could
just
do the shorts on Saturday and Sunday
or you
night.
could do that and your gaming content, whatever you wanted to work on that
Yeah.
night, you know what I if you can,
Yeah.
like
It's just hard to get, I think, like, the full length out like that
yeah,
quickly.
yeah.
I think that's the hard part because if we can get the shorts out, 'cause the shorts you can kinda just grab and
Shorts you can bang out.
yeah, shorts are easy, but the long form content, the editing and all of that, like, that does take a little bit of time. I went through last night and I got, like, 3 done last night or 3 I got 2 long form done and, like, edited out the shorts for all of them, so they're,
Mhm.
like, ready to be edited, but they're just, like, in, like, their folders or whatever. And the way that you kinda have to do that is like you stage the clip, then you bring it in, and then you gotta, like, throw it in the vertical format, then you gotta, like, do all, like,
Yeah.
subtitling, and you gotta, get rid of the gunk and the chunk and the
Add
like
clips if you're adding clips.
yeah, if you're
Yeah.
adding, like, a picture of Kung Fu Panda 4 or something like that, you're gonna have to do that. So it gets into, like, it's so much, man, and it's like, it's not hard work, but it's just so tedious over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I think if we hire it out of there, we can do easily 2 a week, and then we can do the trendy topics, and then they just come out on, like, like, the trended topic one would on Monday would
Would
come
come
out
out
that
Friday, yeah.
Friday, Friday would come out that Monday, and then we just keep that
Keep
rotation.
alternate.
Yeah,
Just always doing one,
yeah,
two.
because we are doing 2 nights right now,
Mhm.
2 nights a week. So it wouldn't really be like changed flow for anybody else.
No, we're just dropping.
We're just dropping them one at a time once a week. Because like I said, I think like this would technically be our Halloween episode. But the way that I'm thinking about it now in my
We should
head,
actually have a
we
Halloween
should
episode.
probably do a full Halloween episode.
Oh yeah, I would
And like
dress up. Yeah,
we should probably release that like that week.
like
So
Halloween.
like
Yeah,
yeah, so like that might be something
and if we
different.
have one during Christmas, we'll do it Christmas. You know
Yeah,
what
we'll
I
get a
mean?
Christmas tree right here. Let's talk around it.
Hey Jeff.
Or
Like,
Jeff's like inside the tree. Or we do a Christmas tree on the table.
we could do a small one.
Last year we had a small one,
Yeah, we could
it's
do a
like
small one.
maybe
Hide us
2
all from the
feet.
camera. We're just behind the.
Yeah, we're just behind the tree. Well, like we have to like
Just pop
yeah.
up.
That would be the episode that we do in like the 70s show format. And we just like grab the
Cloud the
camera,
room.
talk, and then like move it. Like we
Cloud the
rotate
room.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That'd be a lot of fun too.
That would be fun.
I've thought about doing an episode like that.
We could do that downtown at Oktoberfest this weekend.
Do we do street interviews this weekend?
We could get topics.
Yeah, we could.
You know how many topics are downtown this weekend?
A lot of topics. We're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna be finding out all the rumors downtown. Going down there sober might be kind of fun too.
Exactly.
Like, just be like a setup in like podcast mode. Like,
We have to get like a
walk around with a
portable mic.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll be the camera guy just running behind.
I'm kind of.
Let's do this.
Oh man, that would be crazy. That would be an event.
Or do we just ask random people passing by tomorrow night?
I think we could probably just do that too.
I mean, we could do both.
We can get a live feed going for tomorrow night. Just set it up on like a ring cam out here. See what happens. I don't know. Cops came to my door last time, so um, we'll see what happens.
We can make them come to your door again.
Yeah, I'm hoping it rains.
You would be the rain on our parade.
Yeah, 100%. I'm hoping that there's like hurricane down south just like brings enough rain.
Our one hurricane.
Yeah, well, we have 2 right now.
I mean, how many does Minnesota get and Wisconsin get? 0. So they have to push them up. Be our first one.
Yeah, maybe we
Like-
accidentally get our first one today or this week.
Would those just be considered tornadoes up here?
Tropical storms, maybe. I don't know.
We get tornadoes. They don't.
They do though.
Not past like Oklahoma. Like really.
That's true.
Not down south. Really.
I mean, they kind of get like
maybe
water
some. Maybe
spouts
some
and
in
stuff like
Texas,
that.
but
I'm pretty sure Georgia had some today.
from a tropical storm or from.
It was from the hurricane, I think. Yeah. Dude, I guess it hit like Cat 5 though before landfall. So that's pretty bad.
That is wild.
But Tampa got missed, and I think it just hit like I'm gonna guess like the rest of the panhandle.
If you had like a house down there, would you sit there and watch it come through?
Yeah.
Or would you leave?
Dude, I think leaving is almost one of the worst because it's so hard to get out with the traffic and like.
Well,
I
like
don't
say
know.
like it's coming the week before. You know what I mean? Like everybody does. Like, hey, it's coming this way.
It's a lot to move. I think I would just like hunker down.
Hunker down. Hope for the best.
Yeah, no. I guess if the looters show up, like I'm armed.
Or if you have to be saved by the helicopter.
Yeah, they won't save me anyway. So yeah, well,
Because you're shooting at them.
yeah, I didn't want to be saved. Like just chopping them down. Yeah, no, I'm good. I think I'm. How about you? Are you leaving?
I don't think so. I think I bend the hatches and ride it out. And then if I have fishing property out front, at the end of it, I have fishing property out front. Fish from my house.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing on the roof. Just casting a line.
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
Why not?
Nice. Yeah, I think I would hunker down too, cause like, even if power went out or whatever, like, I'd have, like, my backup
or a
generators and
backup
stuff.
generator, or candles,
Yeah,
or
forget candles work
or
in the dark.
like lanterns, like
Yeah. It's not the end of the world being
no.
without power. I think that's, like, a reason why
And
a lot
like
of people
down there
leave.
it's warm enough so it's like
Almost too warm.
you don't need any
Life
power,
without
you know what I mean?
AC in
The only
Florida.
thing like power wise you need would be like food
Oh, for, like, yeah,
storage
refrigerators and
or
stuff,
right.
which, I mean, you could put on the backup gen.
Could,
The
yeah.
only thing with, like, not having air conditioner, if you're, like, in the swamp, if you're, like, in
You're
Florida,
dying. You're dying.
yeah, you're like, your house is gonna start growing mold
Oh
in,
yeah.
like, a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, all your clothes are gonna smell bad, and it's the only reason why I think I would, like, leave is if I lived in, like, the middle of the swamp down there.
Right.
But if the government told me to leave, I probably wouldn't
You have to go.
leave.
No.
No, thank you, I'm good.
No, thank you.
Oh, do you wanna dig into this at all
Why not?
today?
Why not?
We got Toki. Me and Jeff almost finished this the other night, and I figured we can just get it done. Like, I don't, it was weird, man. I've been
I ain't
doing
got work tomorrow.
I've been doing podcasts with everybody, but not everybody here at once. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you got one Mikado?
No. Well, I guess we have two. The very, very beginning of the show.
Oh, when you started it.
I seem to be the common denominator here, and I don't know if I like it. You guys got to do an episode without me.
I don't think so.
I think I would love to watch that. Like, I'll just set
It'd
you.
just be about hunting or fishing,
I'll
all
just.
podcasts. We go way off beat here.
I'll set you guys up, and then
It
I'll
may
just
be
leave
some
the room.
outlandish stuff that you just have to edit all of it. Just gone. We may get canceled that episode.
That'd be okay.
I can't stop Jeff. No. Like in his topics or his
Yeah,
verbiage.
it's tough.
I ain't dealing him out of that. Like,
It's tough. Definitely different.
he's gonna say it. I'm just gonna go, hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Like,
Drink
right.
to that. Hmm. Man, Toki is
Can't
delicious.
agree,
It's
can't
delicious.
disagree. I'm just gonna sit here.
I mean,
Just say.
I know. I mean, if that would be the episode we get canceled on, we probably just wouldn't upload it, to be honest. But
You just watch it and be like, no. Like,
Jeff, I'm gonna have to stop you here.
no clips, nothing. Like, no
Yeah,
shorts. All the garbage.
that would be like one of those where we only upload like.
That's where I'm hoping for the demonic voice to pop.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're like, it wasn't us.
Yeah, I swear. I swear. We meant to have an episode this week. Well, okay, so you said have more topics. I like that one. I think I'm gonna like add that into like the I'll float the idea out there.
Well, it's just like hard to get topics unless we go do what we're thinking about doing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think.
Because we're not getting the comments about topics.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, it's not like the people commenting on our shorts or leaving any topic ideas.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean.
I know what you mean. But we might not see that for a while.
Unless they're just commenting and we just reply to the comment
Yeah.
as a topic.
As it. I think we will
Like,
start.
let's start a podcast, bro.
Yeah. I think we will start seeing that eventually, but like for the time being, like it's fine to not have that. I think because I don't know if we have a lack of topics.
Not yet.
I just don't think we'll ever run into that. Because dude, there's like entire episodes where like
We
we'll
just
just
go
be
off.
or Jeff will or you will. It'll just be like one thing and then it'll just go. You know what I
That's fair.
mean?
Like the one question just
Like,
piles on. Yeah.
what was your last vacation?
Yeah, that one lasted
Hour
us
and a
what?
half.
Yeah, easy.
Like
Easy.
it didn't even feel like it. You know?
Yeah, because we had to convince you about talking about not the wedding, your actual last vacation.
I don't think I ever answered.
No, I don't think you did.
And that's fine. I don't know. That's on you guys at home to figure out. And me,
What's with
me
you
to do
not
that.
answering these questions?
Dude, I answer questions, and you guys just don't like my answers. You guys are like, okay, all of my answers are like, oh, they're not good enough.
I didn't say that.
I mean,
I've never said
you've never mentioned it,
that.
but I feel like somebody
I
has.
feel like you're putting words in my mouth over here.
No, because it really do be like that. You guys like hate my answers sometimes because they're so
I
like
just I just ask you to like
oh
expand on it.
yeah, that's
That's
true.
all I do.
The elaborate is fine, but
All I'm asking is why. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, why is like the best question, honestly, because I don't even know half the time.
because then it's just like I'm not gonna diss you for having that point
Well,
of view. You know what I
what
mean?
what
Like,
was it? There was one. I think it was when Kato was. I think it was the Demon Voice episode, but it was like, "What is your dream job?"
oh,
And
being a
nobody,
rapper, SoundCloud rapper.
yeah,
Yeah,
and no,
I accepted that answer.
nobody liked my answer.
I accepted
Kato's
it.
like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You're not
So
gonna like this." But what do
Kato's
you
the
mean?
one.
Cool. And then Jeff was like, "What do you like? What do you mean too? Like, you're already
I
doing all this
accepted
other."
it.
I
I
know,
accepted it.
I know, but our other hosts were like, "Nope, that's not a good enough answer for me." And I had to deep dive 25 minutes around the subject to get back to my original answer. Okay.
That was 25 minutes of content we just threw out there.
Yeah, and it ended up going to waste, and I don't think anybody at
That's
home is
so
gonna ever
bad.
know.
We should
Uh,
redo that topic.
We should redo that topic. But that's like another great like non-topical topic.
Yeah, that's one where we could just like fill time.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like what do you want to do for a living?
and if you ask me here in like a couple months, that answer's gonna change.
Yeah.
Like,
I low key, I think yours was like streaming at the stream or something like that.
no, like my last vacation was down in Florida.
No,
fishing.
what was your dream job?
I wanted to be either like a DNR officer or a fishing like guide, which I can do. I can't be the DNR officer
Yeah. Yeah.
with my record.
Do you think they forgive you on that for time? Do you think there's like an expungent time or anything like that?
Well, it's all expunged off my record, but they can still see it. It's not like it's wiped off my record.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no.
That's too bad.
And the amount of times I've like got arrested for it, I would say no.
Yeah.
With large amounts.
That's unfortunate.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just glad I'm not a felon. So I can still own guns.
That's really all that matters.
Like-
At the end of the day, like the only right they're really trying to take away. No, that's
Not saying if I was a felon I wouldn't have guns. Because there's a way to get them with or without government.
are you saying that criminals commit crimes?
Sometimes. I'm saying it.
I never knew.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, I like the DNR answer. The DNR answer is great.
That's what I wanted to be when I was like young.
Yeah.
And then I got arrested.
Yeah, but that's like at least you can still do like the tour guide route.
Oh, yeah, I could be
know
like the
Jeff
fishing
had
guide.
talked to you
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that for a minute on that
Mhm.
show, but it's like
Yeah, I could be the fishing guide, or I could start the podcast on the stream, or
yeah, there's like avenues around it.
Mhm.
There's avenues where you can still kind of be in the realm that you want. And honestly, like if you have enough cash flow from anything else that you're doing, you can just roam the woods, and be a DNR agent. No one's gonna tell you no.
until the actual DNR agent catches me imposing an officer. That's
Or you just- then
automatic. Like,
you buy land.
then I'm a felon.
you you buy land and then you just like roam it and you just pretend
Just be a mountain man.
Yeah, pretend you're
Come on.
private.
Get off my property.
Get off-
Bam!
Get off my land, hippity hopper! Get off my property. Like, you know what I mean? And you could do that. Like that's your right.
Like that one, like
You buy land in the
what's
Appalachian
that one
Mountains.
villain from Powerpuff Girls? Get off my property.
Get off my property. I don't know who you're talking about, but I love it.
I'll send you a link for this clip right here.
Okay. Clip it. Yeah, no, you could be a mountain man. You could go buy some Appalachian mountain
Just be a
land and then
sniper out
yeah,
there.
just become the deadliest. Be able to snipe
Be
somebody.
the abominable snowman.
Be able to kill somebody from a different zip code. Okay.
I can already do
1,700
that. I just need to
yards.
travel to the other zip code.
Be able to hit them from your house.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. That's when yeah, that's when you get set up into that, like, shooter scenario, that Mark Wahlberg movie.
That was a great movie.
That was
Great
fantastic.
movie.
I love that movie.
Except he was totally framed the whole time.
Mm, I don't know,
Totally framed.
I'm definitely team he wasn't framed.
So you're
He
saying I
coulda
could
done
have
it.
shot at Trump while he was in town from my house if I was that shooter? From my house.
No,
No.
'cause that's several miles.
Only like 2.
I think, I don't know, I think Mark Wahlberg murdered the president.
I don't think so. I don't think it was Mark.
I think it was.
I don't think it was Mark. I think it was Diddy.
I'll drink to that. Also, that's a great noise.
Already out here killing
Oh.
everybody else.
Oh, yeah, rip headphone users, sorry, my bad. You guys have a good night. Sleep tight.
How was this?
No, I think we answered your question right now, but dude, I do like the idea of doing a little bit of trendy topics, but then I'm kinda worried that, like
We get hate.
well, no, I'm
We
not
get
worried I'm
canceled.
not worried about the hate. I'm worried about guideline strikes, and if I'm not worried about guideline strikes, I'm worried about whatever comes out of Jeff's mouth.
So we need to save the topics, the trending topics for me and you.
And Kato. Kato would be well, Kato might not be able to comment.
Dude,
Dude,
I hate that.
It's
It's
a
just like I
question
can't comment on that.
yeah, well, he put a I
Why?
wonder what that question was that he put
I
back.
know. Like
We'll never know.
I will never know unless
That'll be like an inside
unless he
joke for
comes
like
back.
a year on this channel.
This is a good one. If you could move anywhere right now, where would you move? And you probably could.
Yeah, Nashville,
You
Tennessee,
could.
a little bit south of Nashville, Tennessee, like outside. And you know, the problem that I'm gonna have with that, because everybody's gonna be like, oh, like you're gonna want to move there and you're gonna want to ruin
Mhm.
it like you did California. And first of all, I'm not from California. Second of all, I'm gonna be voting blue or not voting blue, right? Because you gotta like increase the red count. I think like in the red blood cell count is good against cancer. Okay, and you want to import good voters to areas that have more red. And I would vote red if I moved to away from California too. But yeah, everybody in the comments are gonna be like, "Oh, writing off already." Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville.
And it would be because of the downtown scene, but I would live a little bit outside, obviously, so I could still travel in for like those day trips, you know. Um, but dude, the I don't know if you've been to Nashville before.
I have not.
Okay,
That is on my bucket
it
list.
is very
It is on my
similar.
bucket
It is very similar to our downtown. Our downtown is almost like a one-to-one.
Nostalgic.
It has
you
like
know?
the rooftop bars, it has like a couple of like outdoor seating areas.
Besides where country music, obviously, you know,
Yeah, but
where
they
they
have
came from and are pretty much originated. You know what I mean? Like they have a different history than
Yes.
downtown lacrosse.
Yeah, lacrosse's history is more like serial killers. They're more
The
like
drinking state.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
they're more like country music, obviously. But
The most bars in one street.
I
You
think
know what I mean?
we beat
Like,
them by that. Yeah.
yeah,
So like
like
the record here is hard to beat. We have
the
like
world's largest
190.
six pack.
I'm not dissing lacrosse when I say Nashville, Tennessee.
No,
But-
no. I'm not saying that. Like I've just never been there.
Their downtown scene is very similar to ours though, and like you kind of feel right at home. Like it's kind of nuts actually. Like when I was down there, I was like, this is like,
Mhm.
because you have like your honky tonk bars, which are a little bit different than ours. But you know, if you want to go square dancing, you can go to those. They have like a lot of the
Is
dive
it more
bars that
fast
we
paced
have.
than here in lacrosse, or is it more just
There's
like
just- there's a-
actually like
There's
lacrosse?
more people, but if you stay on like the main like two strips down there, like it's very similar. Because
Mhm.
like the way that like our place is set up, you have like 3 main streets of bars, right? And theirs is like 2.
Okay.
And that's really the only difference. It's like it's got like the side Ave and then it's got like the main Ave. And the main Ave has like the Jason Aldean bar and like
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
other cool ones. But you know, like if I were
Dolly Land or whatever's down there. Like,
yeah,
you know
there's
what
like
I mean? Like
yeah, there's like a couple of like
Grand Old Opry's there. But
yeah. So there's
Huge history. Huge.
there's a lot of cool bars, good food. Like it's just like
Oh yeah,
we have good.
Nashville hot,
Yeah,
obviously. You
and
know
we
what
have
I
really
mean?
good
Like,
food here though too. Like it's hard to beat. I don't know. I hate to say it,
well,
but
like
like
I always go other places and I go, I could have got this way
because it's
better at
hard to
home.
beat and
Like,
for cheaper. Yeah.
unless
So
there have been a couple places where I go, I need a place like this at home. You know what I mean? Like, I
yeah.
need this at home.
Um, Nashville too. Like yeah, you mentioned Nashville hot. They have like the chicken there
Hmm.
is like it's Southern style. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that up here.
No,
Everybody compares it to like Chick-fil-A and stuff, but Chick-fil-A is like trash compared to like what you can get down
it's all
south.
trash. Like the best
Yeah,
best one I've had is Cane's.
Cane's is real. Cane's
Cane's
is pretty
is
good,
fire.
but it's not as good as like the local
Oh no,
places
no, I guarantee you.
in
Like,
Nashville
yeah,
or
no, yeah.
in even Atlanta. Like
I guarantee you I go down south anywhere and I go, I
yeah,
want some fried chicken.
yeah,
They're
and you're
gonna
gonna
point
get
me, yeah.
you're gonna get a better. But they have like a really good like barbecue in
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nashville. Um, and I know like Missouri, everybody like talks about like Kansas City,
Kansas
but
City,
like
yep.
I've only been to Kansas City like twice.
I
Nashville
still
only
need to go
once.
there. I need to go see Tech there. I need to go see Tech in his home state.
I feel like that would be
That'd be lit.
do it. Do it before you
I've
can't.
seen him in Red Rocks. I've seen him.
How was Red Rocks when you were there?
Amazing. Amazing.
I've never been.
I can say I cannot fully remember that show.
How was like because you probably remember this, right? Everybody remembers like the acoustics and
Oh,
like the ceilings.
amazing.
How does that
Like off the
reflect off the rock?
rocks.
Yeah, how does that feel? Is that
Amazing.
like an amphitheater? Like
Yeah,
what's going on?
it makes you hype. Like it's bouncing against your back. Like it's fire. Like I recommend going to any show out at Red Rocks. Any show.
Yeah.
Just to get that effect. Like that's probably like top 10 of my concerts. Like that's probably number 2 with behind like the Gathering. But I
Okay.
count that as like a week long concert
Yeah. Yeah.
cuz
Festival.
really didn't sleep.
Yeah.
There were concerts the whole time.
The whole thing is a
Like
concert.
literally.
Yeah, it's just stage 1, stage 8, stage 5.
or side shows even like wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling at the Gathering.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah.
never been to that one either. So.
Wrestling or like the like freak shows or whatever, like people doing insane shit, like hooking themselves and being like strung up and shit. Like it's wild. It gets wild.
Yeah, that's insane. That's the best concert you've ever been to?
Like the Gathering, yeah. But that's just because it was a week long, and it's just like
Where was that at?
Thornville, Ohio.
Thornville. Okay, it's like bumfuck, like bum ass
Literally,
nowhere.
bumfuck
Yeah.
nowhere. Yeah,
Okay.
in the middle of the country. Yeah,
Yeah.
right in the middle,
Nice.
almost directly center in the middle.
Literally the most landlocked area you can be in the U.S.
Well, just so everybody from like everywhere could just be like come
Boom.
together. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Be here.
because it used to be in what Cleveland Rock, Illinois. Like it used to be
yeah.
in Illinois, which would have been so much easier for me.
This isn't
Been
about
like-
you.
And I'm like, hey, 6 hours, I'm there.
yeah.
No, 13 hours, I'm there. Like,
Yeah.
13 hours, I'm back. Like, it was rough.
Yeah.
Especially not remembering.
Driving back.
Is the worst. The worst.
You might as well just kill me, Dad.
I almost didn't make it back.
Yeah, I get tired at like hour 4, and then you're like, oh god.
It was just bad because like coming down off of everything you've done all week,
Yeah, it's like the entire dopamine drip the entire way.
and then trying not to get pulled over on the way home because you probably still have
You're
something,
skittish.
and you
Yeah.
probably still have something left, like
Yeah, a little
in
bit
the
of
car.
something
Like,
running.
right?
No, that's funny. So the Gathering. I have to go to Red Rocks. I know.
Oh, it's so much fun.
I want to see.
Let's do it together. Let's go see the show at Red Rock.
Oh, okay. We'll start looking.
A B tier show at Red Rock.
Oh my god, could you imagine me off the amphitheater? I gotta edit that in there. No, that would be absolutely sick. I do want to go see somebody there. I don't know who.
Yeah,
but
we'll go see.
anybody.
Someone over.
Dude, yeah, I gotta figure out like what I'm gonna do.
And I was just so totally stoned the whole time because
Oh
it's in
yeah.
Colorado. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, is that where it
Red
is? I
Rocks,
thought it was
yeah.
like
I'm
Arizona.
pretty sure it's Colorado.
No, you're probably
Uh,
right. You're probably right. I've never been, so I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Um, I've never really been to concerts out that way. I wanted to go to EDC.
I've been to one at Red Rocks, and then I went to one at Sturgis when I went out to see my mom.
Do you think we'll ever get invited to Burning Man?
That'd be so much fun.
Imagine B tier in a tent.
Would we light ourselves on
No, I'm good without that, I think.
fire?
But I think it'd
We're
be a lot
Burning Man. B tier.
burning tier, man. I think it would be a lot of fun to do like a TP gathering though, and then like do like that. I guess
Yeah,
our
it's in Denver.
okay, Denver. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never been. Yeah. So that
I
sounds
was like, I'm pretty
awesome.
sure it's Denver.
Yeah, that sounds right. Because I know a lot of people like fly out that way to go
So much
there.
fun. And it gets everybody because it's not like a
I would
huge
love
like
to.
venue. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a huge venue, but like it's pretty much cheap compared to like the lacrosse center trying to
Yeah.
book it anyway.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sell out automatically, almost guaranteed.
Yeah. No matter what. I mean, I wonder how you get
It's like a show in
invited
it's like
to
a show
do
in
that.
Vegas. Like you're automatic or pretty much guaranteed to sell out.
Yeah. I wonder how you get invited to like go to Red Rocks.
I'm
Like,
pretty
who do
sure
we know in
I'm
the
pretty sure it's
industry?
just like a booking thing. Just like you're
Yeah.
blowing up across the
Dude,
country,
how yeah.
and it's just like they're calling you. You know what I mean?
I always wonder like how all of that like because I know people in like locally who
Hmm.
like book artists and stuff, but like it's so much easier to get somebody
Well, I
who
know.
has like 2,000 SoundCloud followers than it
Yeah,
is to get somebody who has like
a million. Yeah,
20,000
yeah.
or 100,000 or a
I mean,
million.
we
Yeah,
get Prof in the Cavalier Theater every 3 years.
he just likes doing shows here
Oh
though.
yeah, just because he likes to come party in lacrosse.
Yeah,
Like,
so like that's like a little
like
bit
that's how I
different.
got to smoke with Prof. Is
Yeah,
partying with him after a show downtown lacrosse.
yeah, it's like
And
he
it's just
had
like, we're going out to smoke. You want to come with? He's like, yeah.
yeah,
So we went out and smoked. Came back. He bought us all shots. Like,
yeah.
he's chill. Like, so much
You
fun
had
to chill
mentioned
with.
that you knew yeah,
I knew
so
Prof
that's
and
cool.
Atmosphere. I knew
Yeah,
Slug. Yeah.
Slug and stuff. Yeah, so, like, meeting those guys, like
It's wild. Like, and like looking at them from like outside, like my perspective, like looking at them, how big they got, just going, oh, I know them. It's fucking wild.
it's
It's just
insane, huh?
like I could have been them. You know what I mean? Like if I were
Yeah,
to like,
yeah,
I could have been with them at least. You know what I mean? Like I was in that circle. Like I met them, hung around with them, like partied with them. Like I
yeah,
could have been in that circle.
yeah, and it wouldn't have taken, like, a lot of effort.
No, all I would have had to be at that time was their drug dealer.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's great. That's, like, crazy to think about, like, you could've just
like
yeah, that's
at that
nuts.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because even think about it like this, like, the off chance that, like, we ever get say, like, B tier does well and
Hmm.
whatever, right? Say, like, goes up. Because you could invite them to come on B tier at some point.
Hmm.
Like, that might be an opportunity in, like, further future.
Oh, like yeah,
It's
like
just, like, because you know them,
or it's
right?
just like yeah, if Prof comes back to lacrosse, I'll go to his show and I'll wait for him after the show.
Yeah.
I'll find him and I'll talk to him. Be like, hey, we're doing a podcast. Any chance? Any chance? We could
Yeah.
have you on.
Because like, he could do an after party here. Like, I mean, we could just, like, have people over here. You know what I mean?
You're signing up for that?
If I'm signing up for that, I'm gonna regret it, but it would be, like, an option. You know
Your
what I
house
mean?
may get trashed.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with a Prof party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the house is
No,
getting trashed.
I
It may not be
yeah.
by Prof, so he may not cover it.
Yeah.
If it is by him, he will. But
But, I
if it's
mean
just like some randos coming in with him with the
yeah, no,
party,
no,
like
I know, I know. I don't
how
know.
many people would you draw to your house that
Jesus
night?
Christ. Yeah, we would get the cops, like, 100% here, but it would
All
just
of
be
them. All of them.
every cop.
Like,
We would have Kato as, like, a guest on that show, I guess. No, it
He'd
would
be on Blue Camp.
we we'd have
We have a celebrity at
2
the
different
party.
features going on. No, I mean, not that I would do it here, but I think if I buy a house in the middle of nowhere, like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, then it could be like low
Um,
key. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he's
because
not followed
I
by
think
a bunch of
I
people.
think that's, like, the difference. I think having when you get to that kinda, like, celebrity status, even y
That
yeah,
clout.
yeah.
Yeah.
When you get to that kinda, like, how many groupies are gonna be here, how many whatever.
With
Um,
Prof, he might want some here though.
that's
I'm
cool.
just saying.
I don't care. But I mean, if not that we do it in the city, but if we had like a spot outside of the city,
Hmm.
we could do because like
A
we could do
huge
like an
party. Yeah,
after party pod with
that'd be
whoever,
lit.
and it would be really fun. We could like kind of pregame like the actual after party here on the show, and then we could just hang out with them all night or whatever. Um, you know,
Do we do that with like big names, like buy VIP to like big
I
names at lacrosse center, and then like, hey, we're doing a live show after. Let's go.
Um, I mean, yeah, if we have a big enough like audience at that point, yes. Like that's kind of what we would have to do.
But then it's just like finding the people to like.
Well, we just have to get our ins. Like, it's like people that we know that know
I
people
think we
that
should
we
bring
know.
THC on.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a fun podcast.
It'd be really fun to have JR on, I think. And obviously his
His
lead singer would
brother
be a lot of fun.
and his brother's in the band or
I didn't
part
know
of
his
the band.
brother was
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
band.
yeah.
Okay. But that would be like an
They'd be
experience.
so much fun.
And
Like
like we could
I've talked to him and his brother obviously,
yeah.
but like they're so much fun to just sit there and shoot shit with.
Yeah.
It's like a
Definitely.
Steve character at work. Like you
Yeah,
just sit
no,
there and just
dude,
bullshit all day.
yeah, I miss when I got trained in by JR at work.
Really?
Yeah,
He
and like
I forget he was a different position when.
yeah, so he like taught me everything I knew. Plus, like I mean, we just like
Oh,
after work, it would just be like whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I know that I know that kind of doing that though is like kind of where we get our in at least on the local scene, and then like we have to kind of work on that at the same time that we draw an audience from a online presence too.
Right.
And then when you kind of combine the two, like we'd be able to connect to anybody in the area. Say like when we have, if we ever have like wrestling shows again here,
That'd be.
like we'd be able to
I'd be
connect with
so
that,
happy
and
with
we'd be
that.
able to connect like
I
so
would be
there's
so
ends.
happy with that.
There's ends definitely. It's just
Bring
like
WWE back.
we need to
Please.
have like because I personally I
I know,
love hosting people.
and
I love having people at my house.
and
Even if I'm not like super like social, I just love having people over.
I know
Just
the
makes me think.
reason like WWE stopped coming is because like all the stars would see lacrosse on their schedule and be like, "Oh, I'm not showing up to that show." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just because all the big name stars are gonna go to the big name cities. You know what I mean? Like Los Angeles, New York,
Yeah.
bigger cities, Chicago. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and
Like,
we might be I mean, maybe we can convince a draw here. I don't know.
but like the
If
shows here were huge, but it's just like the stars would never be here. It's not like you'd never
yeah.
see like The Rock or
Yeah.
Stone Cold or The Undertaker,
Yeah.
anybody like big, because
Um
it's lacrosse, Wisconsin.
I know, I
Like,
know.
you know what
It,
I
it
mean? Like
seems like yeah,
you may get it in
we're
you may get it in Minneapolis,
yeah.
but you're not gonna get it in lacrosse.
Yeah.
Which is
Like
why I'm excited for I think it's next year, SummerSlam or WrestleMania is going to be in Minneapolis, and I'm gonna be there for both shows.
okay.
I'm going.
All right. Lit. Um try to get an in for B tier.
I'll try my VIP.
That's
Try to talk to
so
anybody I
funny.
can.
Yeah. No,
Except
but
Vince McMahon, because he's a dirty man.
okay.
Dirty.
All right. All right.
Like he's up there with Diddy.
Yeah, we're not hosting freak offs.
Like,
I'm sorry, but the baby oil's
he-
not coming out.
He's up there with Diddy.
Yeah, no, that's insane. But no, it's like I just imagine that like if we had somewhere to host big names,
Mhm.
like we could just have people over and just hang out with them for a long time, like whatever, shoot guns on my property, like
We
yeah,
could do that right out here.
yeah, yeah.
Tyler will be here every day.
Getting out of, like, the city, though, for me is gonna be big.
That's not hard to
Um,
do. You could do it right now.
no, I know, but I just have to find a spot that I like.
No, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to, like, I calculate. And since we still I think we're still on lease here for, like, another year,
Hmm.
almost. So, like, that's gonna hold me back a little bit, you know?
Damn, how long's your lease?
I mean, I think it's, like, 12 like, we re-signed
Oh, you just
recently.
resigned. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay.
It's, like, right before the summer, I think.
That's
So,
fair. That's
like
fair.
but that said, like, we're able to kinda if we find a spot that we like and we, like, have, acreage and we can kinda just do
Hmm.
whatever, we have people over, we fly them into lacrosse, we can hang out with whoever.
Why don't
And
we fly there? That sounds better.
well, it depends where you wanna do a show, and, dude, getting our 4 schedules is hard enough. Imagine, like, fitting
I
in
quit. I quit my
dude,
job. Let's go.
I think the hardest part is gonna be, like, who do we, like, leave out on episodes?
That's gonna be hard.
'Cause, like, I will sacrifice my spot if it's somebody that, like, I know you guys are gonna vibe with better.
That's fair.
That might be everybody.
But
I'll never
if it's like a big gamer coming in, I'm gonna drop out because I have no idea what you guys are gonna talk about.
Yeah, but how do we get a big gamer on B tier? We probably don't.
I'm sure we could get like Tyreek Hill, who does like
Okay,
NFL
Tyreek would be
and does like
yeah, he
Fortnite
plays Fort.
and whatever. I'm sure he'd be like, if we ever got that big, he'd do a pod.
It's funny because I know him from Fort, not from
Not
I
from
was like, "Oh,
NFL.
he's an NFL player?" No. No, he goes on, like, bigger streamers, people, but, like,
But like, we'll get there. We'll
yeah.
get there.
I would love to have, like, Nick Merckx on.
I,
There's, like,
like I
people that I
said,
do
like if
like,
we
I
had
would like to have
one
on.
guest, like I could bring on, be Bert. Bert would be great.
Mhm.
Kreischer, the machine.
Machine. Alright, how about you? Where if you could move to one city I know.
Like if I could
I
move
I know.
anywhere.
This is a
See
long
that was a good one.
yeah. He can move
If I
anywhere.
can move anywhere, it'd probably be Vegas. Like I like a faster paced city. And like I got married down there. I have sentimental feelings behind that city, I guess. So I think I'd just go move at least either in Vegas or like right outside of Vegas. So I could have the mountains and the desert. And then I can always come back here for the winter time. Because that's my favorite time of year. That's my favorite.
Psycho level.
Like, yeah, that'd be my like primary, and I'm the opposite. So like, everyone's moving away during this for like the winter. I'm moving back.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
moving back.
not doing that.
Well, I got deer hunting. I got ice fishing. I just love the winter.
How many months a year do you think you'd live in Vegas then? Yeah.
9,
9? Okay, so you come back for 3.
just for the winter.
Yeah, see, that's like so, like, a lot yeah, I know you said everybody does the opposite.
I'm the
I
opposite.
think I would do,
Yeah,
like, 7 months down south and
I might
like,
split
a
it
couple
6
up
and
here.
6.
Yeah,
I might split it 6.
because the other place that I'd move to, I think, would be, like, Eagle River, Wisconsin.
Hmm.
But I think I would have to own, like, property up there and then also have
Yeah.
property down south somewhere. Because that would be, like, ultimately where I kinda wanna have at least, like, a summer cabin,
Hmm.
for, like, my family, for, like, my extended family, and
Yeah.
just kinda keep everybody that like, everybody who can go there, wants to go there, can. Um, I just didn't think it would ever be possible with, like, the income that I was making
Now it's a reality.
5, 6, 7 years ago. Yeah, right? So, like, I didn't think that it would, like, happen the way that it did,
Hmm.
so but, okay, so in Vegas, do you think you said you might live a little bit outside of it.
Like, yeah, either in the city, like, or right outside.
Yeah. What's, like, your most fun thing to do in Vegas? Minus, like, I guess, going to shows, because I feel like there's shows everywhere.
Shows everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Walking the strip was just fun. Like old
Never been?
strip, new strip. Let's go.
Yeah. We'll have to make it happen, I don't know, like, dude, the out west is, like, the least explored places I've been. I've
Um,
been out east way more.
there's a really great bar that I found when we were staying in our hotel that I got married. Or like we got when we got married down there. It's called Fat Tuesdays, and it serves alcoholic slushies.
Sounds bomb.
They are amazing.
Do they have like really good sandwiches?
They don't they don't sell food. It's
Oh,
just booze,
oh,
just alcoholic slushies.
oh man.
They are fire, and like they come in glass. That
Oh, like
if you
kid
want them
size.
to,
Okay,
like yeah,
gotcha. Yeah.
like you can carry them down the strip too, and
Oh, is drinking open
oh, they
there?
don't care.
Okay, good.
Like
Nice.
technically, weed's still like prohibited walking down the street, but I've seen so many people just being like walking down the street puffing.
Yeah.
Well, like I walk out of my casino or like out of the hotel and I just take a smell. That's all you smell is weed because it's legal.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both because yes, you are creating a revenue off of that product, but also like tourists are only coming for yeah, I'll take a little bit for this not only for this product, but like how many people are gonna act wrongly on this product where you're gonna have to enforce something, either like a law or like arrest them or how many of them are like buying it just to take back like to other places where are illegal. You know what I mean? Like we don't know that. Like yeah, I may be in town. Yeah, I'll pick up 10 joints and be for 5 days and be like, that's all I have because what else? What more do I need? I'm on vacation. I'll smoke 2 joints a day.
Mhm.
I can split them into four. You know what I mean? I'll smoke half, put it out, smoke another half. Then I get 4 blunts a day.
Yeah.
Spread it out throughout the day. It's like I'm not worried about it. But it's like at the same time, like there are so many people that like abuse it to where they are walking down the street like not caring. Where
Yeah.
the cops probably see it every day, where they go, "Okay, I'll give you a warning." But how many warnings, like before they actually like snap and go, "All right, I'm writing you a ticket." You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't be that guy. Like that's why I don't like if I'm not like at least in my hotel room or
Mhm.
like somewhere comfortable where I know like nobody's watching me. Yeah, I'll light up. But
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna be like publicly walking down the street smoking on it.
Yeah. Dude, I have such a different mentality with that, but, like, I
Tell
always
me about it.
well, I mean, like, I don't know, if like, I don't smoke anymore, but, like, when I did, I was just open about it, like, I was
Well, yeah,
pretty
like
much like what kinda like how we treat it around, like, my house.
I really
I just
don't
kinda,
try
like,
to
walk and
hide
do
it.
whatever and do whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
just don't
really
have
don't try.
time to care,
I don't
and,
try
like,
to
I
hide it, but like if
yeah.
I'm like walking down the street, I'm not just gonna be like, "Hey guys, you want to smoke a joint?" You know what I mean? Like,
The only reason that I wouldn't do that anymore is because I think with the amount of people that might think that you laced it, I think is like out there too high now. It's like almost too high of a number now.
see, like if it was
And
you or
like,
like we're walking
yeah,
down the street and you go, "Hey, you want to smoke a joint?" I'm going, "Yeah, 100%."
yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, no,
Like,
and
but
obviously you
like
have like your core group that you follow, like that
that I'd
you
just be like, "Yeah, I'd do that
like. You're just
100%."
hanging out
Like,
at
yeah.
that point. But like,
But
I
like I wouldn't do it walking down the street, you know what I mean? Be
no,
like, "We're ducking off into an alley or something." You know, like
yeah,
we're
because
gonna
I've had a bad experience with that. I had laced weed once,
mhm.
and it's like,
I've
well,
had it multiple
probably more than once,
I've had it
yes.
multiple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but, there was a time, I think it was like Oktoberfest 8 years ago, maybe,
Mhm.
but, um, I was still in high school at the time. My buddy who was with me was still in high school at the time. We were drinking with people who were way older than us, but they had, like, made some back alley deal, and we had, like, all gone back there to smoke, and like, neither me, the 3 people I was with, nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened that night. We blacked out.
Damn. Yeah, you got something.
Yeah. So,
And it wasn't weed.
yeah, and we all called each other that next day. Like, we all, like, hung out that next day, and we were like, "Dude, like, last night, who was the person that we saw last?" Because all of us remember the same, like, type of person, you
Mhm.
know? oh yeah, he was wearing a baseball cap, and oh yeah, like, but none of us remember like what really happened that night. I know that two of my friends made it back to my place. Third one, I don't know, but it was just like kind of one of those crazy
Yeah.
experiences. And kind of when you have too many of those, you're like, I wouldn't
Enough's
just
enough. Yeah,
randomly,
yeah.
I wouldn't randomly smoke off of somebody anymore. Because hey, it might be fentanyl laced, or
No,
hey, it
yeah.
might not be weed that I like anymore. And like, you have to kind of look at it like that. But if I'm with you, if I'm like hanging out with our girls or whatever, we're just chilling, we're hanging out, walking down the street, I'm gonna trust you guys. I already trust you guys
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
to where it's like, but I wouldn't offer somebody else
No, no, no. I'm not
because
gonna.
of the experiences that I've had. I'm like, okay, well, what if I give them
Well,
some type of
and
deep
like
personal?
say I go
Maybe
downtown.
my weed is way better than whatever they've had in their
That's my
life.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I go downtown and like people go, "Hey, can I hit that?" And I go, "Yeah." And like, well, most of the time I only have that much left, and I go, "Yeah, keep it." And then like they start smoking it and go, "Where do you get this?" And I
Yeah, this
go,
is like good weed.
"Yeah." And I
Yeah.
go, "What do you mean? Like that's just weak to me. Like I
Mhm.
get better stuff than this. Like this is just stuff I'm just smoking because I don't want to smoke the good stuff."
Yeah.
Especially like being already fucked up. Like I don't want to smoke my good shit.
Mhm. Because you're already at that
Oh, it's
level.
already
Yeah.
like I don't care if I'm smoking this or not. Like I don't remember smoking this. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm. Yeah. No, well, that's like a real mentality
and
though.
then like
Yeah.
or it's like you go outside with someone else that like and it's just like randomly like you're smoking one, passing around with your group, and then all of a sudden another one, like some rando comes in and goes, "Hey, hit this," and I go and hit it, and I go, "This shit's bullshit," and I hand it back, and I go, "Don't let them hit that."
Yeah.
Like I don't want anything to do with
You're
that.
like the protector, the
Well, it's
guardian.
just like I'll hit it, and it's just like, bro, you call this weed? Like I'll hand it back, and I'll be like, "No, we're good."
Mine's
Like,
coming back
yeah,
around.
I'll wait. And
Yeah.
then like usually I catch them like glancing back over as I pull out another one and light it because I don't care.
Mhm.
Our officer gets stabbed multiple times, just dropped.
Oh. That video is gonna do really well. That video is gonna do really, really well. I hope that that video, like, takes off.
I hope so too.
I kinda hope that that's, like, our
That's our viral video.
because it's a minute long, and it'll kinda help
With
explain,
our
like,
one
what
that
we
can
do.
never be here anymore, I feel like that would do us justice.
We can never be here. What do you mean?
He can't be here anymore, really.
He'll be here.
When?
Dude, he'll be here.
In spirit.
Yeah, if anything, we'll do a cardboard cutout.
We have to patch in blue cam footage of him just to be here.
Yeah.
Do
So,
I have to,
have you been drinking
do I have to
tonight?
go on blue cam just
Why
to get
is
him here?
this? Yeah. Kyle was always asking, like, "Oh, so did you have any to drink tonight?"
No,
Kyle,
sir.
why are you always asking that question?
Why isn't it? Have you been
It'll be like
smoking?
a soundboard
Why?
clip.
Why isn't it? Have you been smoking tonight? Like,
It'll be like a soundboard clip. It'll be great.
I'll be
It'll
like,
be
you
great.
already know
Dude.
I have Kato. Like,
um. Oh my gosh, I forgot what we were talking about. But what I would say is that I think just beats here in general, man. I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
this is fun.
Upward growth is like one of the coolest things to see, witness in real time. Everybody who's
Like,
been watching us
I
from
never
episode
thought we would
one,
have got a 10,000 view video, and we
uh,
did that
we're gonna have
month
plenty.
one.
We're gonna have plenty.
I never
um.
see like that's one thing I never thought we would accomplish. Like, just me personally, just being like, oh yeah,
Oh, you
10
bring
10,000.
me in as an editor.
No,
We're
like,
gonna make it happen.
but like
We're gonna make it
10,000
happen.
people. I'm just like, yeah, they're not gonna watch.
Yeah,
And then like,
100,000.
hey,
Yeah.
it happened. Like now
Yeah.
it's like I don't know what to believe. You know what I mean? Like because
Yeah.
we've hit it what 4 or 5 times.
4 times, I think. Yeah.
Like right,
Dude, we're like, yeah. I just want you to like be aware, kind of.
aware of
How,
what I say or aware of.
well, no, aware of like how operations go underneath the Peppa Industries. No,
Hey,
it,
I'm on the upward spiral over here, baby.
no, we because there's like a momentum thing, kind of, where it's like once you hit it, it's just like there. And
Let's
like
hit it.
we're already there
Let's hit
on
it.
B tier. We're already there.
I'm gonna hit it like a blunt.
Yeah, rotate it. It's gonna keep going up. You might as well keep going up with it. But you know that said, like it's not really impressive yet. Like
so it's more like shit or get off the pot.
I think when I say like we'll make it as like B tier is like when we're over 100 subs.
Okay.
And by make it, I mean like we're gonna have to elevate, but like we kind of like started something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Um, I don't know. I say it all the time to like the gamer guys that I hang out with. It's just like it's so much easier to push a pod, dude. I pushing podcasting might actually be like my calling at the end of the
This
day.
is fun.
But I don't have fun doing it. So like
You don't?
No.
You're not having fun right now.
I'm having zero. I'm having no fun right now, Phil.
You can't even lie.
I'm having zero fun.
That's a clip. Zero.
Zero fun on the pod. Officer fun in town. Nobody can have fun anymore. No, I think it's just like it's such like a weird
Just
idea.
well, it's not something that I ever thought I would ever do in my life.
Yeah.
You know, like on a podcast. Like I've
But
had.
do you really feel like you're on a pod though?
No, I feel like I'm just sitting here like bullshit. But like,
That's the thing, right? Like,
but like, what so many of my friends have started like podcasts, and I'm like, yo, you want to come on like football podcast or like talking about like sports or
yeah.
random topics, and it's like you want to come on. It's just like I don't know how I'd fit. You know what I mean? And then it's just like a different opportunity came up, and I was just like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to keep it rolling. And now it's just like we're here. So
now we're here. We're already kind of
started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
We're kind of already
I mean?
doing something.
Not to quote anything from Drake, but
Yeah,
that'd be the one thing
we
I
don't
quote
do
from.
that. We don't do Dr. Disrespect or Puff Daddy. We kind of like eliminated 3 big ones from the table.
Did you watch that video about Eminem that I sent to the group?
Can't say I did.
Oh, he tried to warn us about Diddy.
Okay. All
I
right.
sent it in a clip.
I mean,
Well, we might have to put that on a clip.
I know you put.
I don't know if we can trademark that though.
He did have lyrics where he was like, man, I can't actually quote it one for one, so I'm not gonna try. But I know he had lyrics in his recent
This last album.
Slim Shady album.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
that's
remember.
Slim Shady. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that was the video I'm sent.
And it was kind of cool how he did it because his last part was like, "Did he?" like question mark, but it was "Did he?" And
Well, yeah,
it was really good.
It was like RAPER.
Oh, without an extra P,
did
you drop that?
Did he just say rapper without another P?
Yeah, did he?
And then he's like, I can't say too much. I don't want another hit. Like
that
so
is,
on.
Yeah,
you know,
and the way that you do the wordplay on that, the triple entendres, because he said
he didn't live out a
essays,
P, did he?
He said sexual assault, like SAS, like. That's great. Yeah. So like I'll give him he's one of the best like lyrical written like when you go like
he's
bar for bar.
He's a god.
Yeah, exactly, rap god, right? Because that's like I don't even know. Is that quadruple entendre at that point? Because that's like
out of the world entendre. You know?
Out of the world.
Only him.
There might be three other rappers.
Yeah, I can think of maybe 3 other rappers.
Not many people. That said,
and produce it.
Well, I mean, he doesn't make his own beats, right?
I don't know.
I don't think he does.
Unless he's still working with Dre.
It doesn't matter. I don't think he makes his own beats. That said, like that.
Does anybody make their own beats anymore?
Yeah, I don't know. NF. I don't even know if he does anymore.
Like, right.
I think he ghost produced the last album.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, Dre does, but Dre is like in the beat. He's not even a rapper. Like he's just there to make beats and then like raps on top of it. You know what I mean? Like that's okay. And I don't really care if you make your own beats. I think like it's more about the message anyway. But that said, wrapping it all the way back.
SoundCloud rap.
SoundCloud rapping. Yep, that's what I wanted to talk about today. That's what I wanted to talk. Guys, go follow my SoundCloud.
If you make it off of that now, I give up.
Yeah,
I give up.
Well, I'll give up on B tier if I make it.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not chopped liver over here. There, you know, a really big part of just like having a podcast. So, how many more of your friends? So you said like you got invited on like other friends' pods,
Hmm.
right? How many of them are like still doing it?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah, they're all still doing podcasts.
Okay.
I still watch them.
All right.
I
They
still
didn't
I
give
still
up at
I still
podcast 8,
I
I
still got
think.
the offer to go on.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
can still
like,
do that. You know,
but like,
get some B tier merch, give it to them. Guys, I'm doing my own podcast. Take
oh,
it
I've told
over.
them. Oh, I've told them that they've
Okay.
watched. They've
Yeah.
watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Right on. Um, you said they're doing more like sports ball though.
yeah. It's more like football, random sports, random topics. Like my one buddy's got like strictly like Minnesota sports or Minnesota podcast, pretty
Okay.
much like where we stick to like Minnesota topics, Minnesota teams,
Yeah.
and that was seems kind of fun. But I'm more, I don't know, like I'm not biased. Like I do root for mostly Minnesota teams.
Yeah.
There are a couple that I will absolutely never root for.
Who are the ones that you'll
I
never
will
root
never
for?
root for the Gophers ever,
What?
ever.
You a Badger fan?
I'm a Duck fan. I'm an Oregon Duck fan. That's my college team. Is Oregon Ducks.
I've been to their campus and it's fucking baller. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
And
Okay.
like growing up, they always had the sickest jerseys.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I had
That's
to
why I
go with
root for the
Oregon.
Titans. Yeah, I get it.
And then like everything else is pretty much Minnesota.
Okay.
Like the
You're like a
only
Wild
I'm a
fan.
Wild
You're
fan. I'm
a
a Timberwolves
Timberwolves
fan,
fan. You're a
which we are
Viking
doing really
fan. You're a
well as
Twin.
of late.
You're a Twins fan.
I am a Twins fan. Sadly, I'm
Who
a
are the
Twins
ones that? Wait, who are the other ones that you're not a fan of?
Well, like I think the Gophers are the only one. Like
Okay.
I'll root for the Link. Like
Okay.
I think the Gophers are the only Minnesota team I would
Okay. So that's
root
not too
for.
many of them.
Yeah.
Only one. And
I
you
just-
already have a different team.
I
for
just
that.
have my
Yeah.
favorite college team.
Yeah, yeah. You have a different team.
And it's not even like close to like home to where it would even matter.
Yeah, this is like an odd pickup.
Like, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So,
that's
like-
not that bad then.
But like
Wait,
I
you
feel,
said the Lynx. Who are the Lynx?
that's the women's.
Oh, they have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were pretty good.
Equal rights, equul fights.
We
you know?
were pretty good back in the
We're gonna
day.
get
We won
canceled.
like 7 out of 8 championships back in like
Did we really?
2005 to 2012. Yeah,
That's
like
impressive.
we won like 7 back to back. Like, yeah,
like we were coast to coast team.
Like that was
okay.
our only team
We were
winning.
coast to coast. In
That
the
was
90s.
the Minnesota's only team to win a championship past the 90s.
Yeah,
Because the Twins haven't done it since 92, 91.
yeah.
Timberwolves, I don't believe have ever done it. The Wild,
They didn't do it under Garnett.
they didn't. They made it to the finals. They didn't win
Okay.
it. They didn't win it. The Wild have never won it.
Yeah.
Like the Vikings have never won it.
Oh,
Like
fortunately or unfortunately, yeah.
yeah, and then Gophers have never won a title.
Yeah. Gophers have never. Oh yeah, no, that doesn't make.
Not a national title.
No, they haven't done it. Maybe Big Ten.
Maybe Big Ten title.
Maybe Big Ten.
Maybe.
Maybe. I know, like whenever they do the Battle of the Paul Bunyan's axe, that's like my
Oh,
favorite.
that's fun.
That's
yeah.
the only game I care about, like every year. It's like that in the Rose Bowl.
That's
But there was like a string of Rose Bowls where like I think Wisconsin makes it like almost every year.
Oh yeah.
And I love the
Well,
Badgers.
The
football
Badgers
is fun.
are a really good team. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
like,
granted, yeah.
they're a bad team. Like, yeah, I'm an Oregon fan, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna call a good team a good team.
Yeah. They've always kind of had the pipeline of recruits.
I can never say that about a
pretty good.
Gopher team though.
Yeah.
That they've had a good team.
I can't name like anybody from the Gophers, but
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I know I don't really watch like I wish I watched more. I think college ball is better than pro ball.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Because
So-
I think college ball is straight up ball and not scripted.
I think they're still like fighting for something. They're
It's
still like, I can make it to pro,
but
right?
what I don't like about college football is you only need 1 foot instead of two inside bounds to make it a catch. You know what I mean? Like
Is an odd
there are
rule.
leeways in the rules
Yeah,
compared to both,
yeah,
to where if you're trying to make it to the next, at least play by the rules. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah. That's true. Is that your biggest gripe though with college
no, my
versus
biggest
pro?
gripe is like if you go down and no one touches you, you're automatically down.
Like if your knee hits down or
Yeah,
your
like if your
elbow
knee
hits
is
down, you're
down, you're
down.
down. Like I think they need to pick that up.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be like the NFL in that one, where if you go down like without being touched, you should get back up
This is a controversial topic.
and run. You don't think so?
No, this right here. I'm about to lay it down.
Ooh. Oh, you're about to drop one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think college players should get paid?
yes, yes. At least, get like NIL deal. At least I think they should at least be able to make something.
Sorry, you knocked me back a little bit.
But yes, yes.
All right.
I think NIL deals should be accepted, whether or like sports or like for the players themselves. Like I feel like they should be able to earn something, putting your name on the like a part of their corporation. You know what I mean? Like say Toyota offers me a Corolla for
Yeah.
a year just to promote Toyotas. I'm gonna sign that deal just to drive a Corolla for a year, scot free. Besides putting gas in it, like maintenance on it, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna sign that deal to get a free car. I can always sell that car, or it's like next year's deal. I could be driving a Lambo. You know, like
Oh, I
you never
wish.
know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
depending on how you play, what sponsors coming next, or I
yeah.
could get Nike and get a shoe. You know, like
Hmm.
how many people are gonna rep my shoe across the nation?
Yeah,
Like you never know when the next, like if you perform well,
yeah,
which NIL deals are coming next, or who's looking at you. But I believe yes, you should be able to at least profit off of yourself. At the end of the day, you're a business in yourself.
yeah,
When you're a professional sports player, you're a business in yourself. So I believe you should be able to profit from your endeavors.
yeah. I agree on that. Definitely. I mean, if you are putting in the work to yourself,
Like
where it is like,
I'm risking health and injury.
I
You
was
know
gonna
what I mean?
mention,
Like
imagine how much of a like you need to almost. I mean, if say you are like a professional or a because I guess college has been kind of like the new amateur sports line or
like
sports
yeah,
pipeline,
yeah,
right? So like they just funnel people from amateur sports, which is
yeah.
college, over to pro.
Which makes sense.
Um,
Makes sense. Like
kind of, sort of.
like you're already.
I wish the NBA would just be like, you can get drafted right out of high school,
You want to know what
just
I
go.
think? Like
But
I think the Olympics
yeah,
should be random people just getting mailed a letter saying you're participating in this.
yeah, that like
Just getting
300
that letter being like, "Hey, you're participating in
make
swimming."
it like a jury duty.
Yes. Like you are participating for the US in swimming, breaststroke.
Good luck.
Yes, like good luck. Or you're participating in shooting for the US
Oh
for
my god.
like
Well,
that wouldn't be too bad.
that one would
but,
be easy for anybody, but yeah.
or breakdancing. That's the last.
I can do that, dude. I saw how bad the Australian dancer was. I can do that one, okay?
But yeah, I feel like that should be just random, just like sent out. Just like you're in the basketball team this year. Good luck.
You're like 5'2", like
You're pole vaulting.
300 pounds.
Yeah, like, you're on the gymnastics team.
If you don't, it's a federal crime.
Right. You're going to jail.
I would love that.
That would be so amazing. Where do I sign up? To be
You don't.
I would. Yeah, it's just
You get a letter.
it's a draft.
You get conscripted. There's no helping you.
Like, yes,
You have to
let's do
go in
that.
front of Congress to like plea that you can't do this. Congress, I am 300
Like
pounds.
if I get set up for swimming, I'm drowning. Like
I
that's
can't
on them.
Swim. No. Oh, they're not sending their best. Oh
How do
my
they know?
God.
They're just sending random people. And grabbing another bottle.
Yeah, right. Did you? This is random, but did you like that Jay Henry that we had the other day?
I did like that.
You did. Did you think it was better than this?
Which
Do you
one is
remember the
that
Chattanooga?
one? I
This
think
one's
I think I
forgettable.
like that one better.
You sure?
I think so.
Be positive.
I think so.
Okay. Because yeah, we could either start the Jay Henry. We have a lot.
We have a lot.
Well, by a lot, like we don't really have much, but we have a lot. We have the Aberfeldy too, like the gold.
That Cedar Ridge wasn't bad last week either.
Did you want that?
It don't matter to me, man. I don't work tomorrow. We're good.
Okay. I don't really want to go outside. All the girls are chilling out there. They're making nachos. It's like one more for the road. You know what I mean? We're at an hour 30. What are you thinking for pod time? What are you thinking?
Don't
You want me
matter
to edit more? Do you want me to edit less? Like
That's a you question. What do you want to do?
if I put the outro in here and then we just keep going, is that going to be an issue? I don't know. I'm thinking
Don't matter to me.
thinking out loud, Phil.
We could draw another question.
All right. Just in case it gets spicy, let's go ahead and end the show here. But we'll draw another question. Keep recording.
Okay, so in case you want to keep it in case you want to keep it in.
Oh yeah, if we keep it in, we put it at the beginning of the show. Get the eyes hooked, and then we'll go from there. So
or
we'll
we just
separate-
make it short out of this last little bit.
We can do that too. Guys, B tier pod. If you haven't already, click that follow button, click that subscribe button down below. I hate doing outros so much.
On multiple outlets.
We are now on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and I was gonna say Instagram, but YouTube, but whatever. We're getting a lot of views over on YouTube, so definitely go over there, click that subscribe button, helps us out. We're trying to get up to 100. We're on the road up, upward spiral, something like that. Do learn, commit, baby.
Do we celebrate 100?
$1 million year. What?
Do we celebrate 100?
We'll take shots.
Shots.
Shots
of what? It can't be whiskey if we're already drinking whiskey.
I mean, we can do shots of whiskey and then drink more whiskey on top of that. It doesn't matter.
I think we need a comment of what shots we take for 100.
Yeah. Tell us down below. I don't think we'll get comments. Dude, we don't get comments. We're early yet.
We can try.
Yeah,
We
you
can
never
try.
know. Anyways, tune in to B tier. We're here live or recorded every Friday night. Or
We'll be at you.
yeah, we'll be your time live on Friday nights, and then we have daily shorts. So if you guys haven't already, stay up to date. Go follow us over on Twitter.
Maybe
at
more soon.
B tier pod. Thank you so much. Let's answer another question in the extended After Dark series.
Oh, throwing on the other pod there. Oh.
That's good. You want me to answer?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah, you should draw one. Yeah. I drew the last.
Should we get Tiffany in here for the last one?
Special guest.
Should we hook up Mike and have her just be here?
Recording the phone.
Phil, this is a decent question.
Oh
but
shit, it's a banger.
you already answered the question.
How did I already answer the question?
Don't tell me. I'm not the one writing them. What season is your favorite time of year?
Oh yeah, that I already answered that one
He's like, I already answered that.
in this podcast.
Literally like 30 minutes ago.
How was I know that that was gonna be
Dude,
the
you
one?
got to know. What are you doing? Like,
Like, yeah, but he's picking that one.
yeah, you're the one that writes these.
Not all of them.
I don't care if you wrote it 2 months ago, Phil. Get your
The
questions.
odds of
Get your questions sorted.
Sorry, I don't have a script here.
Well, what is it? What is your favorite season?
Winter.
I'm not happy with that answer. What is your favorite season?
Winter.
If you couldn't say winter.
Fall.
Oh. Damn it. You got me so quick on that. He was like, oh yeah, fall. Didn't even say, oh, maybe
It might be spring, but yeah.
You know, I
spring or fall.
I
Spring or
like
fall.
tulips. You know, tulips are cool.
Just so I can start planning.
Lavender is pretty neat, man. I don't know, like gardening, man.
Marijuana, you know, grows in
spring, baby. It
all
bounced
summer
back,
long.
baby. I got 1 more hours of sleep, baby. What do you mean?
Fuck the sleep.
Nothing.
Fuck the sleep.
He's like, yeah, I like winter, death, cold, no sun on the
It's
trees.
just so silent outside. It's
so
amazing.
quiet.
It's amazing.
Because of all the death.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm
What
a Grim
season
Reaper then.
What season is your favorite?
What
time?
season is your favorite time? Gun season.
Hunting season, man. I'm a big hunter. I like
That would be
hunting.
Jeff's favorite season. I call it right now.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Kato's like,
I already knew
Kato also says hunting season. It doesn't make any sense to us, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, it makes sense.
Drink that.
Is it bad that I knew that Jeff was going to say that? If I knew that answer got it
Do we
off?
even need Jeff here? Or Kato?
We call him.
Kato.
He said to call me.
Yeah. Jeff,
Hey, we're on pod right now.
What's your favorite season?
What's your
time
favorite
of the year, man?
I guarantee it's hunt season.
Oh
But
yeah.
I don't think he's taking my call
or
right now.
fishing season.
I don't think he's
I
taking
hope
my
he's
call
not.
right now.
Honestly, I hope he's busy. Oh man, I'm gonna say summer.
Summer.
I'm not a fan of summer.
Why?
Fall.
Why?
I changed my mind. Fall. You know what? I don't like it. Spring. Back in it.
Why?
I really like fall because
Make up your mind here, man.
yeah, right. I really like fall because temperature and it's like the end of summer. It's not as warm.
Mhm.
It's not as swampy. I don't get
Sweatshirt
swamp
weather.
ass. You know.
Sweatshirt weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. No other reason.
Fair enough.
What else is there really in fall? You know what I mean?
Changing of the leaves.
Yeah, but is that really that cool? You
I
don't
think
have a
so.
drone that like watches overhead, does a time lapse video.
I can do that from my
I'm-
phone.
I'm kidding. I really like that too.
Like I think that's the coolest time. Like to visit here.
Oh yeah, if you're driving up like the river road on the Minnesota side,
Like
It's like one of the
hit late
coolest-
fall. Yeah.
it's like one of the coolest spots.
Hit like September, October. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see I know everybody says that like, oh, those are Photoshop photos.
No,
and-
come see it for yourself.
no, you
see
can
it for
come to
yourself.
this area of the country in particular. I
You
don't
get
know
all the
about
colors.
Virginia. I don't know about Appalachia, but if you come here, like you're gonna see.
Virginia gets some pretty colors.
I've
but
heard, but I know people that have gone there and like haven't seen
I
it.
think we
It's
get
all
better.
edited.
I think we get better here. But
I believe it.
I'm
If you go up
biased.
towards,
I'm biased.
it's
I'm
like-
biased.
And it's weird because like we're speaking local, but like Winona, Minnesota,
Mhm.
like that's one of the coolest areas in the country on that like fall turn.
Oh yeah, with the sugar stone and all the fall leaves, like yeah.
Yeah. So you know we are blessed with what we have here.
Oh, just locally, yeah. Like
Yeah.
even within an hour of like
Yeah.
we're blessed.
Yeah.
Like it's just no way about it. Like we have the perfect what's the word for it? Agriculture and like land for everything that we
Pretty
need.
much. Pretty much everything. Yeah, we're like blessed at where we're at.
Yeah.
Like that's why. So like earlier, you
Even
had
though
asked
most
me.
don't see it that way.
Well, I think it's because we lived in it. You know
Like
what I mean?
like is it
You know
like
how if you
living
like,
in it and being tired of it and moving away, or is it like living in it, don't want to do it no more and move? Or it's
it's
like
part of both. Like
because
imagine
like
so.
I know some that
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
around here for family. Like that's why I moved back.
yeah.
Like it's for family. Like I want to be around my grandma until passes. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Like
Hmm.
um yeah, like I know some people stay around here for like family purposes or job purposes. Like people can't just up and leave whenever they want. Most people can't.
No, most people can't.
Most people
Yeah,
can't just be like, "Oh, I'm moving here tomorrow."
moving on a whim.
Yeah.
Well, earlier you had asked like, oh, what country? Like,
No,
where
you're
would we
right.
want to
Like
move?
right. Like
It's all
most.
hypothetical.
Yeah, most people can't do
Yeah,
that right now.
yeah.
You could do that right. Like
Don't bring
literally.
don't bring me into this.
Why?
Like
You are in
I'm
this.
part of the pod. Like that's it.
You're in this.
I'm not part of everybody else's story, dude. Like that's the thing too. Is like
I'm
I
not. I'm saying everybody's
yeah
not like you. Where?
yeah, but don't don't even bring me up. Like
Why?
I
I feel
cause
like that's something to brag about.
with like
Like when you hit that certain mark, I feel like that's something to brag
yeah, but I don't think I'll like leave anytime soon. You know what I mean?
about. I
Like
hope
I
not. I
like
hope
this
not.
area a lot.
I'll miss this podcast if we do.
Oh my god, you're gonna get me teary. No, I don't think we'll like end the B tier pod anytime soon. I just because I can up and like that's not a majority of people's like things.
No, yeah,
Right?
like
You know what I mean?
80% of
Most
people can't just up and
90,
leave.
99% of people.
I'm giving leeway. I'm
Okay,
giving leeway.
leeway is good, but I'm I got family close by.
Mhm.
And I got people that I
I got
know.
family each way, so like I can go each way and probably be
Where'd you
set.
live before this?
Winona.
Oh, okay,
I was in
okay.
Winona.
That's not too far.
No, but
It's like you can still visit grandma on the weekends. You know what I mean?
if I had the time, like the position I
That's the
was in,
thing
the position
too.
I was in before,
It's
like
all time related,
no,
man.
the position I was in before had me working 80 plus hours a week,
Yeah,
80 to 100 plus hours a week.
that's
Like
like
I had no
unbearable.
time besides work and sleep,
That's really unbearable.
and it wasn't worth the money,
That's
like
the other
at
sad part.
all.
Yeah,
Like, and when I put in my 2 week notice, the person I was working for offered me more money to stay,
yeah.
which still didn't even cover my year of work.
Hmm.
So I told them no, and I'm gonna go. And now they are pretty much on the brink of closing down because of the next person that got it after me is not quite suited for the position I had.
Yeah,
And I'm kind of sitting here watching them go. And the owner still reaches out and going, "Hey, when are you coming back? What can I do?"
mhm.
And I realistically told him double my pay, and I will be back. I still haven't heard back because, like, with me being in the position I was, we had a $1.2 million year, and after I left, they're at maybe $400,000 a year.
It's
So
tough.
the owner and his
That's
son
tough.
are both like, "Yo, what can we do to get you back?" And I give them a price. They don't want to reach it. That's not on me. I gave you this amount of dollars per year.
Yeah.
In the 1 year I was even in this position, I gave you 1.2 million. And
Hmm.
what do you pay me?
Yeah.
Scraps for 80 to 100 plus hours a week. So I was working 200 160 200 hours every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Every paycheck.
Yeah, every paycheck just to be, oh, here's so amount of dollars because you signed this contract because you're on salary now.
Yeah.
Whatever you hit after 45 hours is going unpaid. So I was working 80 plus hours unpaid, like just trying to help out the team, support the team.
Yeah.
And now I hear
It's
this
like definition of Pareto principle.
right,
But
like,
yeah, well, yeah, we can talk about that at a
but
different
like,
show.
and then like the new person in this position, I hear doesn't even hit their 45. Where I go, at least hit your 45 and clock out. Like, at least leave after 45.
Hmm.
That's what you're technically quoted to work. Probably what I should have did. Been like, hey, I hit my 45, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna leave my team like that. I was one to where if I was in charge, I'm growing the team as a whole, and not myself up on a pedestal telling everybody what to where I was trying to grow the team as a whole, bring them all up to where we can just do our own thing. And if I left, the team I know I left is going to do phenomenal compared to where if I left right now, you're all floating in the wind. You know what I mean? Like, and granted, yes, I did tell everybody I worked with that I was leaving when I put in my 2 week notice or whatever. And then, yes, I did have a meeting with the owner, his son, pretty much all the management, except for the general manager who told me to go. Like, me and him, like, kind of butted heads. So it's like, I wasn't a fan of things he was doing.
Hmm.
He wouldn't let me do my own things.
Yeah.
So it was like, I brought it up to the ownership,
Yeah.
and they chose one way over the other. And that's what it is today. And now
Yeah.
neither of us work there. And now that's why it's going downhill. And now that's why they keep offering,
You
hey,
never side with people who are not going to be there for you. Is
see, I didn't know that at the time that
yeah.
they weren't going to be there.
This reminds. I'm gonna text my manager after, or
No,
my one
like,
of my media managers
like,
after
like,
this.
like, really, like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yeah.
they were, like, I thought I was going to retire from this business.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I got this kitchen manager position. I'm going to retire from here. And then, like, other management, like, either shit or get off the pot. And
Yeah.
it was like, they just stalled me. So I was like, I went to the owner, I went to their son, like, yo, this is the problem. Is there any way we can work around this
Yeah.
to keep me here? They offered me more money, but told me they would keep the person in charge, who then, like, after found out I was offered more money, told me to leave and follow the money elsewhere, to only quit 3 months after I left.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
not,
because he was thinking from his perspective.
but it's
So
like,
the guy who was like, "Hey,
but
you
why
should follow
not?
the money," I'm gonna also follow the money.
But wait, why
Yeah.
not take your own advice and you follow the money and leave me here in this so-called dump?
Yeah. Well, it was
You
just
know what I
him
mean? Like,
projecting. So, like, if I was in your position, I would take the money, although I'm also going to take the money.
at the same time, like, me and you don't
Yeah.
connect. You know what I mean? Like, we're button heads. Like, I
Oh,
have this
this
idea,
yeah,
you have
this
this
guy had, like, a
idea.
different thing, yeah.
Like, even if I had this idea, you wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're telling me to
It's
go because you don't want to deal with me fighting you every day.
but he yeah, and he unknowingly
Where I should have just
yeah,
did what the fuck I wanted to.
because that guy was gonna be gone
Because,
in 3 months.
or that's the position I'm in. I'm
Yeah.
the kitchen manager. You're the general manager.
Yeah.
I don't have to take shit from you.
Mhm.
We're both in salary positions.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
should have just did what the fuck I wanted to do.
I
And looking
imagine.
back at that now,
Yeah.
I should have just did what the fuck I wanted to
Well,
do.
because you would still be there.
I'd
He'd be
still be
gone in
there.
3 months or
He'd be
4 or
gone.
5 months, whatever, and you'd also be able to run the
Oh,
run it how you'd
then
want to.
then I
You
have.
probably would have gotten a general manager position.
They are offering me the general manager position,
Yeah.
like right now.
Yeah. But I mean, unless if they pay you more, it's probably not worth it.
But
But
like they are offering me more than what they were
what I'm
offering
saying
me
is,
before.
yeah, they would have given you that position eventually anyway.
Right. Well.
And it's because of their net worth. It's because of their bottom line.
Right.
So it matters a lot to like,
And
dude. It's
I
crazy how much one individual
I
can
literally
like rely on
held
that.
every position in that restaurant.
And that's who you want as a general manager.
In that
That's
restaurant,
who you want
I
as a
held
manager
every
to your
position
people.
except the general manager position.
Yeah.
Every position.
Mhm.
Dishwasher, host, bartender.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't do, like besides general manager, is serving because they wouldn't let me out.
Directly serving.
Like
different,
hosting
yeah,
and serving, yeah. Like and that's I didn't trust
But
I didn't trust myself.
You as a
Me as a cook, I didn't trust what was gonna come out of my mouth.
but you as a general manager,
I would have to think about that.
You would be.
I would have to have a script, or at least to like somewhat to where
General manager is like where you can kind of you can nip around a little bit. You can
not
nip around,
not too much,
not as much as you could as a kitchen manager
or cook, yeah,
or cook,
yeah.
but you can as a general manager.
Like kitchen
you
manager,
can-
I had free reign of whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Like I'm in a weird position where like I can't say anything out of the ordinary. I can't.
That's
do
me
anything.
now. That's me now. Like I can't
Yeah.
say what I'm actually thinking, so I have to think about what I'm actually going to say,
Yeah.
which I think helps me out here.
Okay.
Because then it's
That's
like
good.
I'm not just throwing the
You're on
F-bomb.
camera.
I'm not just throwing the F-bomb out in the world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't have to get bleeped.
Yeah.
You know,
every time that Jeff talks, the bleep him. It was so funny. I was watching that back last night. I was like,
yeah,
"Ah,
I'm not bringing up like Jewish shit. You know, like
now we're gonna have to bleep it."
that's fine. Bleep that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, now I
like
have to
cut
go
that
back.
30 seconds out. Like
Hour
whatever.
and 47 minutes, and 2 seconds. Okay, cool.
Like yeah, cut that out. I was just referencing Jeff. Okay.
Yeah. These views are not my own. No, it's so yeah. No, I as a general manager, yeah, you'd have to watch it. But like on a pod.
Oh
So
yeah.
like, I like it's weird because there was one episode where like I swore once and then like Jeff thought it was okay and then you thought it was and it's like
It's
because
not like I do
swore
it that often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's weird because like I do try to correct it. It's like an odd thing.
I
And
try,
I think that's
to
weird.
hold it back.
Out
yeah.
of general, when you're talking to
for a general
when you're talking
general
to people,
population, yes, I'm trying to hold it back.
when
and
you're
I'm
talking to
sorry.
people though, you don't add like I swear all the time outside of
Oh, like outside of here.
here.
Oh yeah, I'm swearing.
Yeah.
Like every other word.
So it is odd like when you come on to a
It have to be professional.
podcast.
Yes, like it is super
But
hard.
To say that it's still a professional setting when we have what we have out right now, like it's hard to say.
It's professional.
We have a Cedar Ridge, a single malt, like But no,
so you're saying you can't be professional and drink at the same time?
you can. I'm not saying you can't. I am right now. But that said, like,
Has the country heard worse?
as a general manager,
Yes, I would have to like filter
yeah,
myself for sure.
you'd have to like almost put like that family
Yeah,
friendly tone in.
Which I could do. Like I could fake it.
I think you
I could
could.
fake it.
I don't think you'd have any problem doing it.
I could fake it. The
I think
best
anybody can.
I could fake it the best of anybody. And then once I leave that table and I'm out back, I'm swearing. Like I'm outside smoking a cigarette. I'm swearing.
It's
Like
that guy
these
was so
fucking
fat.
Like, right, like-
can't believe the fucking
can't
belly
believe
of
they
that guy.
can't believe they
That guy was like a B12. He was up on the counter.
that guy was like, damn. Like,
Deer in the headlights when I was trying to talk to him. Oh man, yeah, no,
dumber than a box of rocks. Like, like
man, that guy couldn't pick two snails apart from a tree. You know, oh, yeah. I don't
He
know what
couldn't
that means. I
pick a medium well out of a line, you know?
oh my god. Yeah, no,
Well,
I just
it's so funny,
imagine
like walking out as a kitchen manager and like hitting tables that are like, oh, how was the food tonight? How was the food tonight? Oh, I think it was good, but this wasn't medium rare. And I look at it going, that's a perfect medium rare. What's wrong with
you
it?
couldn't pick medium
What's
rare out of a lineup.
what's wrong with it?
I
Oh,
couldn't either, to be fair.
it's two under. Well, then you're not ordering the right thing.
I've had I've
like,
had bad food before. Trust me,
like
I
yes,
know.
yes, I have,
But not from you. And not from a kitchen manager that's come out and talked to me after because
and
I would
yes,
be on
like
the spot. I would probably be like, yeah, this wasn't right, but I don't know what was wrong with
yes,
it.
I have had
Yeah.
food get sent back. Yes, I have had food like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay,
Yeah.
here, try this. Like, and I cook it a little bit more, going, maybe you don't know what you're talking about, and then they don't send it back. So then it's just like either know what you're talking
You think
about.
there's more people being like, oh, I don't want to send it back again?
Yes and no,
Yes and no. Okay.
because like
All right.
then I personally go out to the table and being like, hey, is there anything we can improve on going forward?
Yeah.
Like I get that feedback. Like I go out to almost every table that night. Like after we serve it, I'll walk out 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
being like, "Hey, how was the food? How was service?" Like you can tell me I'm a part of the kitchen.
Yeah. Like 1 out of 5. Like, what do you
Like
got?
I'm the kitchen manager. Here's my card.
What's the
Here's my
where?
card. Call me if you have anything. Like
So that's the difference between the $400,000 net worth business and a hundred or
just like
million point two.
just
You
like
said
just
no.
like knowing
Yeah.
someone cares.
Oh man, dude. So if yeah, it's tough, dude. So I'll give your not your general manager, but your business owner. I guess I don't know who you
Hmm.
had, but I'll give him I'll give him probably one of the toughest positions. Is like you trust your general manager more than your kitchen manager or your kitchen lead or
Right.
your kitchen cook.
Who's
And
who
the
who
more that
and
I
this kitchen
look,
manager is going
yeah,
out to every table.
the
Let
more that
alone that.
the more
Like
that I'm cycling through things, I trust the cook more because they're the ones on the floor.
mhm.
It would be the same at, and I'm not gonna compare apples to oranges,
Let's just say like
but you always put
let's just
people
say
who are
someone
there directly with the encounter, directly with the customer,
yeah.
with the client. You put them in charge, and whatever their word is, it almost there's a weighing factor. You're gonna have to put it into like a weight
Yeah.
calculator where you're like, okay, general manager says this, kitchen manager says this.
How was
They
food?
go at
Right.
odds. You know that. You probably know that as somebody who is leading a company. You understand that people are having different odds, having different means, having different internal arguments,
Mhm.
no matter how long they take. And something that I think I have to get better at, something that I think I'm gonna knock on wood on real quick, would be that I think I don't want to sever ties with people just because they have internal agreements or because I have a disagreement with them.
See,
Right?
I had to move on.
Yeah.
Like it was a conflict of interest plus I was losing money at the end of the day. Like if you let me run my specials, I'll do whatever you want for me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I need full range if I'm in this position to where I'm running my own specials. I'm running whatever I want to do. Like you put me in this position for a reason.
Yeah.
Like you got to trust me at some point. Either I sink or swim. Like you got to let that on me.
Yeah. But you can't swim. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Not
joking. I'm joking.
physically.
This is
Not
Shark
phys-
Tank, baby.
not
Welcome
physically.
back to Shark Tank. You know.
No, not physically,
Pitch.
but like
Yeah.
cooking,
No, yeah.
I could swim.
You can swim. I mean, you're treading 10 feet above the air at that point.
I was flying at that point.
Yeah.
Like I was bringing
This motherfucker was flying.
like I was back
Yeah.
there for a wedding. What was it? 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and the owner came up to me sitting outside with my dad. Like I was sitting outside smoking a cigarette with my dad going, what is it we need to do to bring you back? Any ideas we can do moving forward?
Yeah.
And I go, there's a things we can do to bring me back,
So,
but
you know what you say as an employee, right?
what's that?
You're gonna hate me. Everybody who's watching along, everybody business owner who's watching along right now, partial take of company.
Okay.
So I don't know what your percentage would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be high. It doesn't matter.
Say 10%.
It'll be less than that.
Less than that?
6%. 6 or 7. You do argue like not that you're going to be
But I already,
because they're not going to go public anytime soon. You know that.
I already proved to you a $1.2 billion a year. What do you want?
One-
What more do
1.2
you
million.
want from me?
Um,
What more do you want from me?
You say that you want partial stock of company, and you don't know how that's going to happen. You say that maybe we never go public, and that's not the idea. But you want equity. You
Mhm.
want something in the company. You want like a stake in the company, and you ask for that. Be like, hey, let's figure out what we can do differently. What, like me as an employee, because obviously you want me back.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can bring in some net worth together.
Obviously, I still have ideas. I still have
How
things
do
that,
I go partial into your dream? Like ask I don't know
Yeah.
who it is. Ask
Yeah,
him by
yeah.
name. Be like,
Yep.
hey, how like what do you want out of your dream and what are you
what do
looking
you want
for?
out of
And
this
then
restaurant? Yeah.
how can I put that value into the restaurant?
And that's so hard because this owner wants to give everything to his son, but his son, or like him and his son, are like, not saying like they're fighting, but like the son's trying to force dad out of the equation. Like the son wants to take over,
Yeah, sure.
and like,
That's not something you want to get involved in as an employee.
but for me, like personally, it was
you like his son
it was a
better?
win. It was a win. Like the
Okay.
owner was stuck in 80s, 90s way.
Oh,
where
he's that old. Okay.
He's older.
How old is his son then? Like 60, 70?
The son?
Yeah.
The son's maybe 35. Like, yeah. Like, he has brand new ideas where
Okay.
me and him are closer to age.
We might need more liquor.
me and him are closer to age where we can, like, actually, like,
Let me go grab ice real quick.
have a conversation
Yeah.
and, like, sort this shit out. Like,
Yeah.
where I'm talking to a 65, 70-year-old man going in one ear, out the other. No, we're going to have to go this way.
Yeah, sure. Always matter of fact. Always.
Yeah, like, oh,
this is how we did it.
we've done
We're doing
this.
it.
We
Yeah.
produced off of this. Let's do this.
Mhm.
Like, no, we have to evolve with the times, my guy. Like,
Yeah, like everybody's broke right now.
right.
So
Like,
we know that. Like we come in from a premise.
and we had a $1.2 million year. Like,
and 1.2 mil after overhead is probably not that much, but yes, it's better
for
than
them,
400K.
for them, it was better than
350K or whatever they're
losing
racking.
money.
Yeah.
Throughout the year.
Yeah.
Yes. I made a profit. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
But why not back me as a second year? You know what I mean? Like, I already
Yeah.
proved myself 1 year. I started off as the $400,000 mark. Like,
Mhm.
I worked my way up to the 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Like, I had that within a year. Let's see what I can do within 5.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you give me an extended contract after that? You know what I mean? Like, let's see what I can roll with it. Like,
Mhm.
I'm gambling right now and I'm up. Like, let's keep rolling.
Yeah.
The hot hand. And then I decide that I was going to leave and do my own thing. And now what are they doing? Shitting in their hand.
And clapping. The
Well,
worst.
it's like you can wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that shit hand's going to fill up first.
Yeah.
Like,
I've watched Disney before. I don't even want to know. No. So, yeah, no, that's a, like I said, you want equity, you want stake, you want like a little bit of like, I mean, because okay, granted, when you get stake and like or
Mhm.
equity into a company,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have some stressful nights
Oh yeah. Yeah. But that was already I was already stressed as the kitchen manager,
working 120 hours a week.
120 hours a week, only
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
paid for 45.
So, and that's kind of where you want to margin out, where you kind of want to like leverage your stake, right? So it's like you could have me
At the end
120
of the day,
hours,
it's
but
how much do I really mean to you?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what it is. It's like, am I worth the input that we've gotten, right?
To where
So
yeah.
I would almost, like I said, I would really try to work on the avenue of getting stake if you want to go back there. That's the problem, right?
I don't
A
know.
time thing.
See, like,
I
I
a
don't know.
100% would not want to put 120 hours into
I don't
to a
know
weekly
now.
wagey job.
Like, I don't know now.
Um,
And I wasn't getting paid for all 120 hours.
no, you weren't.
I was
You
getting paid
weren't.
for 45.
Yes, that's kind of how they get you. Salary is
So
like a
that's
fake
what?
thing.
So that's what? 75 hours unpaid?
Sure,
Like,
maybe even more.
yeah, at the
Because
end
of
of
the
the day,
mental
yeah,
stress
yeah.
that you put in, and by the time that you
Or
get
going to the
home,
bar
how
afterwards.
can you
Yeah.
recycle that out of your system when you're working
And
over
18
2/3 of your
yeah,
time at
18 hours a day. Like,
I'm just saying, so, like,
yeah.
more than that, right? Like, they get more than what you are just on the clock. I
Yeah.
I always
Oh
tell
yeah.
people that there's a mental limit, there's a mental
Like
decompress time.
I always
By the
joke
time that we get out of work at 4 PM,
I always joke in this position that like after 5 p.m. I wasn't getting paid.
yeah,
Like so like
you
yeah,
weren't.
mid rush,
Yeah,
we're getting fucked. Like
yeah,
full screens.
you're
I
not getting
go,
paid.
hey, I'm not getting paid. I hope you guys are happy. Like
Yeah, this is, like, what I
you're getting
do.
paid. I'm not. Like
This is the type of work that you have to put
like,
in. Yeah, and man, you're making me like reevaluate
like
like
right.
who I put close to me and what we kind of do.
Well,
And
that's what like
man,
coming,
I'll probably be so
that's like
dude.
coming full circle last week to where like your 5 friends are like your closest like
It's like your input,
your
it's like who you are close
like
to.
your
You're the sum of your
yeah.
5 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm trying to like focus my friends a little bit higher going forward. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Man,
obviously like not saying like you're an example, but like you are an example cuz like
please
we
don't put me in that pedestal.
no, like you're a huge step up from like my friend group. Like overall, like net worth, just
Don't look at net
just
worth, bro.
reliable.
Please don't look at net worth.
Net
Yeah.
worth, reliable, just like consistent friend.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're one of my top 3 right now.
That's like an honor, man.
Top 3 right now.
That's awesome.
And
I
I
yeah.
respect that. Like not asking for anything. And I'm not asking for anything in like return. Like you know what I mean?
I'm
Like
asking for 2 hours of
no,
your
no,
time
no.
on
Like
Monday and Thursday,
and
and then we can upload a
and
podcast
I
that we
will be
do.
here
No,
for that.
no.
I will be here for
No,
that.
no, I'm kidding, by the way. Like, I
Like
wouldn't if you said that you couldn't do it, I won't care.
no, I will
But
be here for that.
yeah,
But like you're probably one of my top 3 friends right now.
I'm
Just
like
cuz
heartfelt.
like we spend so much time. Like
yeah,
that's 4 hours
that,
a week.
well, like
Plus working together.
girlfriend,
Like
wife, they
like
love
right.
each.
They like
They have
hanging out.
fun. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Like I feel like yeah, like I'm so glad I became friends with you and your girl. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah,
like something is like evolving. You know what I mean?
I hope. Yeah, no, and that's always. I was gonna say this at the very, very beginning of our show tonight, because I didn't know what we were gonna talk about. I
No,
was like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, it's just like me and Phil.
It's
Like
all random.
we go back, right? um, no, and right away I was gonna mention something like I think having a kind of like constant reminder or constant like remembrance of like who we are, even like or who we were even like a week or two ago,
Yeah.
right? it can constantly change.
Oh yeah, we can always evolve.
And I don't mean to be one of those people that is like, oh, like I have ADD, so I have to like impose
Oh,
it
I'm
on
a Scorpio
everybody.
and I have to be this.
And
You know,
I'm
yeah.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you that you have to kiss my left nut or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know all of that. I'm not Mercury and great Gatorade type thing. Although Mercury is in Gatorade, check that out right now.
Oh,
Google it.
facts,
No,
facts. It is in Gatorade.
lead is in your water. No, I'm gonna.
No, Mercury is in Gatorade.
Mercury is in fucking Gatorade.
Though.
Stop fucking. I'm gonna yell. So what I would say is like there's like an arc of progression that you can kind of get from having a constant evolution of who you talk to, what you talk about, and where you're kind of moving forward
Oh
as
yeah.
a team, as like a group, right?
And I
And
feel like for me personally, like taking this new job with us, like this only
yeah,
progressed me upward.
that's
Because
awesome.
like as a kitchen manager, line cook, whatever, you're like stuck in this middle grade to where as we are right now, there are people above me and below me. You know what I mean? Like there's so much versatility in where we work right now
Yeah,
to where I can either evolve or I can digress. You know what I mean? It's all up to me at that point.
yeah,
Like I'm taking a leap in faith or monetary
lapse,
lapse. Yeah.
yeah, to like make maybe a better life for yourself
You're right.
in the long run,
Right.
right?
Taking a chance on myself. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what evolutionary like thought is.
And then
Is
it's like
taking like a leap. Of
then
faith,
it's like how
taking
much
something
do
that
I
might,
bet on myself? You know what I mean?
and that's when you go all in. Like if you're betting on yourself, bet all in because yourself is the only person that you
I
can
wish I
rely
could
on
have
at
saw
the end
that
of the day.
a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? Like not
Yeah.
even a couple of years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Like you know what I mean? If I was all in it 10 years ago, I wouldn't have got arrested.
Yeah. Dude, my entire progress, I've been all in myself for a long time.
Mhm.
But the thing is like
It's a process.
it's a process. Like I've almost had to trust myself to like, hey,
How many times have you had to talk yourself down? You know what I mean? Just like, oh, I'm giving it up. How many times?
one.
One
No,
time.
I'm kidding.
One time.
No, I'm kidding. It happens a lot. Because you have to like
You have to trust the process.
you have to trust the process. It's like a process of growth. And you know, I for the longest time I never thought that I could ever be able to output things.
Mhm.
I was like, you know, at what point is this ever going to work out? Like I was just tweeting all day or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? What's going to like come out of this?
Yep.
Right? And then eventually you kind of find what it is you're after. And then you're like, okay, well, how do I get there? Right? That's one thing.
Mhm.
It's like, well, how do you get there? What do you have to do? What do you have to change in your personal life at the time to get where you want to go? And then as soon as you hit that, it's just like, man, I hate to say it, upward spiral, baby. But like,
Upward and onward.
yeah, you just kind of like
Keep
go
moving
there.
up.
You're just like, okay,
Moving
well,
on up to the
I
east
know where I
side.
want to go. How you know, like how do I get there? You're gonna keep learning how to get there. You're gonna keep going how to
Yep.
get there. You're gonna keep getting how to get there.
Yep.
And it's like one thing after another leads into a final result. But there is no final result.
But there is. In the end.
I mean, yes, like you culminate and you die or whatever. That's boring.
But no, I'm not even
But-
saying that like result. Like you could say I put sowing money on this side, sowing money on this side. I see more on this side.
Boom. Entering
I switch.
more. I
Right.
switch it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The problem with like, I mean, measuring it in wealth, I think is like a
But
weird thing because
that's what everybody's measuring everything in nowadays.
yeah.
You know, that's
Oh,
the
what-
new topic of measurement is wealth.
But what is wealth? You know,
It's a figment of our imagination, is what it is. 'Cause
partially and
what you
yes,
say is money's not real. You know what I mean?
money's very real.
But it's not.
Money is very
At
real.
the end of the day, it's really not.
Money is very, very tangible at the end of the day. And it's because like if you are not struggling to pay bills, say you're like, okay, I'm gonna separate myself, separate from you, separate from everybody
Yep.
that we know in our
Yep.
lives.
Yep.
Say that you as an individual have all of your bills paid out for the next 5 years.
I wish, but yeah.
Every single bill, every
Yeah. Yeah.
single
I wish,
imaginable
but yeah.
bill,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything that you want to buy on Amazon, everything that you want to order, every new
Oh, so like
graphics card,
everything I will want
every
to buy in the next 5 years
is covered,
is covered.
right?
I
And
wish. I wish, but yeah.
so I'm gonna
But go
toss
ahead.
the hat a little bit. I'm gonna be
I
like,
wish, but go ahead.
this is not a okay if money was no object. I'm saying for the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
And
wish, but yeah.
after 5 years, you have to make a way for money to be a part of your life again, and you want to be able to maximize profit so that you can pay for everything that you just did the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. I think if you give people that 5 year gap, right? If you give an individual
Mm-hmm.
5 years of uncovered, unpaid, everything is bought gap,
Mm-hmm.
they are able to populate if they know, and again, if they know that they have to cover the next 5 years of everything that they're
Right.
going to pay for,
Right.
and they can't just live rent free. They are going to populate something, or they're going to imagine something, and they're going to build something. Keyword is build.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to build something that will net them worth as much as they need for the next 50 years of their life or 10 years of their life, whatever they're
Yeah.
whatever they're gunning
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
whatever their like end result is. And I think giving somebody, so like when you're in the unique position of like, hey, you are covered for the next 5 years, I think your brain works different ways. I think there's a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna play video games all day, and oh, I'm gonna go
How
out
many
and
people
hunt and
abuse that?
well, a lot. I think a lot of people do that.
Because
And I
I got
think
this
that's
next 5 years,
but I don't,
and then 5 years.
knowing that
and then
5 years after that is gonna be hell,
how do you?
you want
You
to
don't know
build in the
that.
now.
You don't know that though. You know what I mean? Like,
So say the
do they say?
presumption.
Do they say, hey, your first 5 years is free, next 5 years are gonna be fucked? You know what I mean? Like, dude, does everybody know?
If you give somebody the opportunity where they are like, okay, say you give somebody 5 years
Okay.
and they know that the next
Say you're
5,
giving me 5 years.
I'm giving you 5
whatever.
rent free, whatever you want in your head, you can buy it. You can buy a house. You can get all of
Yeah.
that stuff sorted. Say you, again,
No,
it's almost like
it's all hypothetical.
it's almost
Yeah.
like you won the lottery for 5 years, right?
Okay.
And the average person, like we know how the lottery works.
Yeah.
The average person will spend it out and not have anything to show for it in the
Yeah.
next 10 years,
Oh, yeah.
right? So
Not
say
me.
you, yeah. And I say if you give the average person like 5 years of rent-free living, they won't build anything. They won't like make that thing that they currently
The
have
average person
longer.
is not gonna do anything. They're
Yeah.
gonna become lazy.
And I know my mentality is like, okay, well, if I have 5 years, I better
I wish
crunch.
Like right.
Like, I
I'm
will be
grinding
like,
every day.
If I have 5 years right now, I'm gonna buy what I need. I'm gonna buy everything I want.
I'm grinding for 6 in that
And
5.
exactly. And if I'm broke and out of money by year 6, I'm gonna have something by year
right,
7.
Right.
I'm gonna have something by year 7.
Mhm.
It's because I had 5 years to grind.
Yeah.
And I don't think the average person will grind in that
You
5
give me
years.
5 years, I'll give you a kitchen that produces at least 2 million a year.
And see, that's like
You give me 5 years.
crazy. That's crazy.
At least 2 million a year.
Yeah.
I was already at 1.2 doing bullshit.
Yeah. And if you ran it,
Yeah.
who knows?
Oh,
Who knows what you could do?
Skyward.
Yeah. You could probably get
If
7
I-
million
if I
a
have the
year,
right
and then you
owner-
can coast off that for a
If
year
I
or
have
two.
the right owner that wants to produce in me,
Yeah.
I will.
So Phil, do you think you need an owner then for sure? Do you think you can
As
be
of
your
right
own
now-
owner, or do you think you need
I
somebody
can't-
who's kind of over the head and
I can't
managing
like
a little bit?
financially do my own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like I would need an owner or an investor
Yeah.
as of right now, but I can guarantee, almost guarantee, full payback if I was to do my own thing.
Yeah.
But that would also be location,
Oh yeah.
like
You'd have to figure. I'd have
yeah,
to figure out all that
yeah,
shit. If we were to do
it'd
anything
be
like
real
that.
hard.
Um,
Depends,
restaurant running is
like
rough.
it'd be a specialty. It'd be like, what am I doing for this menu? Like
Yeah.
that.
What is like your best? I mean, is it steak? Like, what do you run best?
I can do almost anything. Like my specialty, like coming into this kitchen manager position, was escargot, which is live eels.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
That's
which is
already out there a bit.
super hard to do.
Yeah.
And like I tried to do lamb, I tried to do Wellingtons, I've
Our third podcast host who isn't here, Jeff, he can do
like
lamb really well. But
oh
yeah.
yeah, I can do it. It's just what am I doing it with? Like what's my menu?
Yeah.
Like if I came up with a business plan,
If you say you like flew in fresh eel every day,
which I
you
could do,
you think you can make a restaurant solely based on that around
just
this
escargot,
area?
no,
Yeah. No.
because the general population around here isn't going to eat Neil.
Where do you think you'd need to be for that?
West Coast, East Coast,
East Coast?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's like pretty exquisite.
East Coast.
Yeah.
Because then you are charging the fine dining, you are charging the locally sourced, you are
Yep.
charging farm to table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't charge that here. It's
Which
like
is
odd.
wild.
It's odd.
Wild.
I'll say it's odd, but I'm happy we don't
For now.
as a
For now.
customer.
Yeah, as a customer,
Yeah.
yes. But as a like chef,
Yeah.
I'm saying no. Like we need to be buying this cow. You know what I mean? Like
Well, oh man, from here we should be buying local.
yes.
You should be
100%.
100% grass-fed
Which
local cow.
which is like the position I was in. We were buying directly from a farm
Yeah.
where we knew where we were getting every cow.
So you had like all your locally sourced everything.
I didn't say I was going to do locally.
How? Yeah. Well, you can't for eel.
I couldn't for you.
But like, what would be? So like, if that was like your
if
main
it,
entree,
like
and like you had to get all your beef
if
locally
I were
sourced,
to have my dream restaurant, I'd want a wild game restaurant.
wild game.
No one anywhere has that.
Is there like a regulation thing or
There's a bunch of
stipulation
license.
thing?
There's a bunch of licensing for it.
Because I'm sure somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go
Oh
do
yeah.
that," and then the
Well, then
government
it's
came
like
in. Yeah.
I need a license for venison, like boar. I need buffalo. You know what I mean? I need a license for all of it. And like plus the FTC or whatever needs to approve it. So it's
Is
like
it FDA?
whatever it is. You know what I mean?
He's like, the FTC won't let me be, so let me be. Yeah.
Yeah, the FDA.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a bunch of like fine like details I need to like perfect before I even like suggest this idea.
Yeah.
But like that would be my one thing because it would be drawing everybody to one spot.
Yes.
Because there's nowhere else you could be like, oh, I'm gonna go get venison over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get bear over here. Unless you're going to shoot it yourself.
Yeah. And you would be like the one spot.
I'd be the one spot
Almost
to have
in
it
like
all.
the entire country.
Yeah.
So people would like fly into you.
Yeah.
People would be like, hey, like
I'd be Wild Phil's, you know? Like
yeah. You know what? That name that hits. Wild Phil's. I would love that place. Sponsored by B tier.
Like right.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not?
Honestly, why not?
Like do a B
Wow.
tier at Wild Phil's.
Wild Phil's. That'd be great. And then, you know, we could buy
yeah, I could
studio
do
space at the
Duck,
same.
I could do pheasant. I can do all the wild game.
Yeah,
Be a hit
would be.
if I could get the cooks to cook it right. Like ducks, like extremely
You'd
hard.
almost have to put you on the
Lamb,
line.
like right, like
Yeah.
right, like lamb's extremely hard. Venison's extremely hard if you don't cook it right.
Yeah, venison's yeah, definitely. I've only cooked like venison burgers and
Like
they're
right,
different than beef.
they're tough.
They're different than beef. I've made good ones, I've made bad ones, I've made really good
I
ones.
feel like they're
Venison backstraps and
I
steaks
feel
I've
like they're
made.
better though than beef.
Yeah. Oh, it's made right.
Yeah,
Made
yeah,
right.
made right. Yeah, they're better than
Otherwise, you're
beef.
just gamey. You're just
Yeah,
like any other food. They're like a squirrel at that point.
yeah,
Rodent. Yeah. So, okay, Phil's Wild Game. We need to
yeah.
make that a thing.
That'd be my restaurant.
Where do you think you'd put it?
I'd have to be Midwest
Okay.
somewhere, just cause like the best hunting's in the Midwest.
Yeah. Do you think you'd put it in like Chicago, or do you think you'd put it
I don't
up
know.
here? Do you think you'd put it down
That's
south?
one thing
Like it,
that'd be like. I'd have to look at business and like travel.
yeah. That would be one of those restaurants almost that you'd have to like almost get Instagram famous
Yeah,
on.
yeah, like Hell's Kitchen. Yeah,
Yeah. Like, oh, we had Joe Rogan
yeah,
visit. Yeah. Or Bert Kreischer is here.
yeah.
Eating wild game at Phil's. You know? You'd almost have to do it that way. That'd be
Which I
tough.
don't think would be hard to do if I did it.
Okay.
Because, like, say Joe Rogan does want to come eat some wild game, but doesn't want to go shoot it.
Yeah.
I'm the only spot.
In the entire country.
That's serving everything,
Yeah.
not just duck or not just lamb. Like, I'm serving everything.
Yeah. Be doable. I mean, you'd have to get FDA approval. But
Oh,
yeah.
right. Of course. Obviously, first off, I need all the licensing for it.
That'd be crazy, though. I would love to see you and Jeff like co-team.
But to be the one restaurant to do that, we'd make it.
Yeah. Like we went through all the hoops.
Like, right.
Yeah.
What else are you going to stop us on?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You'd almost
And
have to,
why no one has thought of this before, or at least tried it? I don't know.
the trying aspect is probably like a multi-million-dollar try, right?
Right.
You probably need some capital to start that.
But like, I can guarantee almost
But-
all of that back.
I don't know how, but if you got like somebody in the FDA, you would need like a favor almost.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You'd be like, hey, can you like approve
all of this.
venison,
you
be like jerky from buffalo, whatever? You'd need like everything, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could do it. You could probably do it. From
But
there.
to see, like, that's the thing. Like, I can't go shoot a deer and be like, I could sell that deer. You know what I mean? Like, that's a red flag right there. That's automatic felony.
Yeah,
Like, if I go shoot a deer and I try to sell it, automatic felony.
yeah,
That's the thing. Like, I need farms only growing these animals for my
that's
for my
crazy.
consumption.
That's such like,
Like,
a
yeah,
that's such
yeah.
like a construction.
Yeah.
right. It's like a Sims project.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
it's far out in the future, but that's what I want to do before I die.
I see you though. I
That's
see
what,
that.
That's what I want to do before I die. Like, at least open it. If I shut down, I shut down. Like,
The try.
let it
man.
ride.
The try is more than the legacy.
Like,
It
let
is. It is.
And then
Everybody says that
if
it
it
isn't, but
succeeds, then so be it. Like, that's what I want to do. Is like open a real like wild game restaurant.
I like the call.
I'd
That's tough.
I'd be the
So-
only one.
Yeah. It's
The-
tough.
The Steve Irwin of kitchens.
The only people that I know that can really do that without like all the same regulations.
See, I can go shoot all these animals and make a cookout and be like, "Oh, this is my restaurant." But at the end of the day, it's like I'm not FDA approved. if I get caught selling this,
The
it's
only
automatic
people I
felony.
know, you'd
Like,
almost have to open this on like a res.
yeah,
Which, granted,
could happen.
if you
Could
could get
happen.
into like the Ho Chunk Nation, if you can get somebody close. I mean, I know
Or
people in Ho Chunk, but
if that didn't work, I'd want to open up a course or like a restaurant where it's all weed infused items.
okay.
Not saying it's all like
I'm not saying you
not. I'm
can't do
not
that,
saying it's all
but
Delta 9.
sure.
I'm saying it could be like CBD
Yeah.
to like mellow you out
I just think
at the
that's
end of the
like a
course. Like,
Jesus, dude. I don't know. I think that's like kind of like a lame thing. Like,
why? I'm creating weed in a new way.
no,
I could
it's not like a new way. Like you
but
know
like
how to do that because everybody else here knows how to do it.
but I can
I
make
feel
a
like you need to
but
be
I
like
can make a
unique
beef
enough.
Wellington with weed.
Sure.
You know what I
But
mean? Like
somebody else
infused.
somebody else is doing that with like butter infused wheat.
I don't have to use butter though. What if I just smoke it
Can of
in
butter
what
is
if I
great,
smoke it
but
in weed?
I don't
Like
know.
as a smoker.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
I
could
have
do that.
other ways around it.
I'm sure people are doing that though.
Oh,
Like I
I'm
think that's
sure.
not
I'm
like
sure.
a yeah, it's not like
I
a
know I'm not the first to create that.
yeah, it's not like a wholly
I'm sure I'm
original.
not the first to create a wild game restaurant either.
That's true. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. You have to be like a pioneer
Yeah.
almost, right? So like I always say like the term pioneer is really important. Like you have to be like the first to something. You don't
If
have
you're
to be
not
the
first, you last.
well, if you don't
Ricky Bobby.
if you're not the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, I get it. Yeah. um you have to be like first to something because you want to try it, you want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Right? And if you are the first to something and then you happen to be
Like if
okay
I was
at
the
it,
first to succeed at something like the wild game restaurant, like
yeah.
I'm in.
And see,
Like,
no one else has done that yet.
because I don't think no one wants to like
Risk
actually
it all.
follow
Like
through.
you'd have to almost like risk.
You
like,
have to follow
you're like,
through.
yo, like
Like we're rolling.
I'm about to throw like 3 million
We're
at this.
rolling. Like
Dana White could maybe do it with his gambling problems, but I can't. Right? No, so it's like you almost need like somebody to just be like, hey, here's $3 million. Roll the
Here you go.
dice. Put it all on black.
Yep. Let it
And
ride.
if it doesn't work,
Let it ride.
it blows up. And like you lose a lot of people, a lot of jobs. I think that's the sad part. Is like say you
like
hire
if I fuck
like
up, I'm dead. Like
say you hire like 10 people
I'm
to be
dead.
like kitchen managers or
dead.
kitchen people. Yeah.
like I'm dead.
And that's sad. They're gonna trace it back to like,
At the end of the day,
yeah.
I guarantee they're coming after.
Yes. And that's what I don't want. Right? Like you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want like they coming after you.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Right?
I have to go some way or another.
Having like a mentality for that though, is
I have
way
to go
different
some
than,
way or another. If that's how it goes, that's how it goes.
but
Like I tried something I wanted to do.
the thing is like you don't die after that, right?
I tried something I wanted to do.
That's the sad part. Right? So you might try something and then it like goes catastrophically wrong.
Fine.
But you're not gone after that. Like people are still gonna come after you after that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. What's worse?
Dead, I guess.
Failing. I think a failure is being worse than being dead.
Yeah.
Like trying something and failing. Like absolutely like
I
shit
know
like shit in the bed.
I know we had like off topic ones, but we were like, okay, how many times can you try something and
Before
before you
give
just
up?
like give up? Yeah. How many times
with
did
a
you
restaurant you only get once.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that's right. Yeah.
With
Like,
a restaurant,
you
only
can't have
get
more than one.
once.
You can't have more than one on like if you put all in on that and you fail, like you're done.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So like that's the tough lucrative part of restaurant managing. That's why I've never wanted to go in on a restaurant. I've had ideas for it. I've had plans.
I've wanted to, but like knowing the outcome of almost every restaurant.
Yeah. Well, and that's what your like past manager is telling you. They're like, yeah, like we need somebody.
Why invest when I know it's all going to shit? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that like you shouldn't have a successful restaurant
Yeah,
if you can,
yes, I still know how
but
to cook.
it's like
Like
one of like 100 that like probably make it. It's less than
one in a
that.
thousand.
Yeah, 1 in 1,000, like 0.1%
Yeah,
or whatever. So like and I've ran
if
that
that,
number.
if that.
I've ran that number a million times, and dude, I know shit you. I was like, yeah, like grandma, I can put you up into a restaurant, and like every other grandma, they fail in the
Yep,
restaurant biz.
yep,
So I've never like gone that route. I was like, let's try something else. Let's go a
yep,
different route.
yep.
But
Well, how many restaurants actually make it after what 5 years?
not many. It is so low, and it's just like podcasts.
Yeah.
8 podcasts is the average. Bringing it all back around. No, it's and I mean, imagine like okay, so startup costs for a
Oh,
restaurant
huge,
astronomical.
huge.
Like you're talking hundreds of
Boohoo,
thousands.
boohoo bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So imagine people failing because of a podcast that they started. And
that we produce, maybe that we thrown in maybe what 4 grand.
well, 3 maybe.
You know what I mean? You know
Eh,
what I mean? Like
yeah, no, and that's what I mean. Like, if you can't, so like this
4 grand
is
compared to
100,
400,
yeah,
400
way
grand,
different. But I always like put it in my brain where I'm like,
where
okay,
you could reuse this
can
stuff
you
after we're done with the podcast.
can you start a podcast? If you can't start a podcast, what makes you think you could start a company? What makes you think you could start a
So you're
business
saying,
adventure?
if we could
FDA
start this,
approval.
we're gonna start a company. We're gonna have a B tier company.
Yes,
What are we gonna do?
merch.
Merch.
Isn't merch like the outcome of this? I
I
don't know.
got that.
Eh.
I got that.
Yeah, but like in house and getting all that stuff. Yeah, we have it, but like so you have to imagine too. Most podcasts are not starting at that initial, right?
Yeah, they don't have merch.
They don't have merch. We got B tier fucking podcast merch. He's wearing it, folks.
I got the
Um,
I got the one that I
the old.
created, and
Oh
then
my god!
the one
yeah.
that he created.
The
So
one that
we could do either.
I like the one that I made.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
um,
What's wrong with the one that I made?
I like it.
I like it.
Just not as much. Like 98% versus 99%. Okay.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Wow.
No, it's funny,
I
man,
thought
because
mine was creative.
yours was better. It was more creative. Mine was dull. Mine was boring. Mine was black and white.
Yours should be in like. I'm working on one that's glow in the dark. So we're gonna see if yours works.
Okay.
Yours is simplified more than this logo to do in
Yeah.
glow in the dark.
Okay. I like that. No, what I'll say is like if you are not able to start, see a lot of people will like take out business loans
No,
for starting a company that they are not like
100%. Yeah.
100% in. Like they don't understand, right? They're like, oh,
I
like
don't know what I'm getting myself into.
I'm gonna start and dude, it was funny, man. Like one of the first times I realized this, I was watching Parks and Rec. Aziz Ansari's character, I can't think of his name right now, Tom. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and start a company where, and it's a great idea." I pitched it to my brother once, and he thought it was funny too. But like, I pitched it as a joke, and he didn't pick up the reference, but that's fine. I was like, I'm gonna start a company that only is open during the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. It's 2 times a year. We charge $2,000 entries for everybody in there.
My dad had my stepsister thinking he was going to open up an ice fishing shop in Mexico.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. This is worse than what I thought. This is like, okay. Go
Like,
ahead.
had her
Pitch it.
believing,
Sure.
like straight up, like, yeah, I'm going to open up an ice fishing shop in Mexico.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, that's a great
in.
idea. Like, right, like I'm in. And then I go, there's no snow in Mexico, right?
No,
Oh, yeah. like
you're wrong. We sell crabs. That's what we do. We get king crabs shipped in directly day of day of from Alaska. We ship it down to Mexico, and then we sell. Yeah, Shell Shack,
sure.
baby.
You're still not ice fishing in Mexico.
They don't have to know. The customers don't have to know that at all. Like low key, like they don't know.
And then we like got her to believe that there was like such thing as a left-handed pizza cutter or a right-handed pizza cutter.
Yeah,
There's no such thing.
There's a guard that kind of covers like.
There's no such thing.
Let me have this.
But yeah, we are at like 2:45.
Yeah, we'll end it. We ended it we ended it an hour ago, to be honest. Guys, B2 pod.
I feel like we got a lot of good footage out of that last like hour.
I know,
like,
dude. Well, okay. So again, back to like our evolving conversation. I feel like there was like me and Kato. So like when we first started B tier,
yeah,
we were like, okay, why do we go so frequently, right? And I was like, well, the combo is like always kind of like evolving, right? Like you're always kind of bringing in new things. If it's something you didn't know about the other person, bring it in. If it's something that you didn't know
I'm
about,
always learning something new when I'm here.
Yeah.
At least
I think
not
that was something.
if it's like overall like I know about the subject. It's like more about
If I know something about you,
yeah,
or if I know something about
Jeff
or if I know something about Kato.
Right, like I'm learning something, even if it's not like topic related. Like I'm learning something about the way you view the world, or
Exactly,
like the way you live your life, or
no, and that's something that I've always brought in. I'm like, okay, like you always have to be kind of pushing the envelope a little bit more forward.
We kind of have
right?
to.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
otherwise it's just like
the
plain old white.
Dude, the past is already behind you,
right?
Like behind both of us. So you know what? Like I can't go back in time and change yesterday.
No.
I can't. No matter how much
I can't go back and change this morning.
No.
Like,
no matter how much I like pray to whatever fucking whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't go back in time and change what I did 20 minutes ago.
No.
So the conversation
I can't take back what I just said out of this mic.
The conversation has always evolved. It's always evolved. And I remember Kato telling me like, "Hey, like how are you able to you know, hey, we shouldn't have as frequent as podcasts. And hey, we might have only a podcast maybe once every 2 weeks. Or hey, I remember that being brought up early.
But like you need content to keep evolving within the realm of within the realm of like what's it called? What's it called? Like the
I'm thinking.
Like the thing that like makes every video pop up for me. You know what I mean?
The algo.
The algo. Yeah.
Al Gore.
Algorithm.
Al Gore.
Algorithm. Yeah.
Al Gore.
That's
Al Gore.
Yeah.
They get that guy.
Like
the guy who lost the 2000 election.
The algorithm.
Al Gore. Yeah. Algorithm. Yeah.
Algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, it's just what keeps us relevant nowadays. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I think a big thing was, you know, like, okay, going into it, right? Going into B tier. I remember a lot of talk of like, okay, like, I'm not obviously going to do this for a living. I'm not obviously going to make my income from this. I'm not obviously going to.
Why not?
I mean, I make way more doing something different. But
you may, but
yes,
let me make this a profession.
See, and I you know, and I will make so like. I think that's where
you already have your.
Hold up,
you're set.
that's where the difference.
Let me make this.
I know. That's where the difference comes in. So, like, I think I had originally started B tier, and I was like, okay, if Kato wants to start a podcast, I'm going to start a podcast.
Yeah,
which means daily uploads. It means videos every week. It means
content.
It means content. It means kind of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. It means asking questions you might not like. It means answering questions you might not
Answering
like.
questions you may not have
It means
intel to.
it means kind of branching out like where your mind usually goes,
Yeah.
because a lot of people have this like very content lifestyle where it's like they
Constricted.
don't
Yeah.
think outside of their comfort zone.
Yep.
I was gonna push that, right? I wanted that to expand. I wanted that
I
to
feel
go
like some of
out
these questions
towards
in the hat expand that.
a little bit. But you know, I know like when somebody says, "Hey, let's start a podcast," in
You're
my brain,
you're all in.
that's like, okay, this is what you need. You need a camera. And I remember, like, you know, with Kato, we tried 2 different cameras. It didn't quite work out, whatever. But,
Mhm.
like, you know, you kind of chalk it up to the game. You keep going, you keep pushing, you keep getting content out,
Yeah.
right? And, like, when that content strip or when that content drip stopped, I was like, okay, well, we need to do something. Like, we need to push it, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you kind of,
You need
and
content or else you die.
yeah, and that's for like a podcast sake, right?
Yeah.
Now, in your personal life, if you don't produce content, you won't
Every day,
die.
yeah. No
You
what?
won't be
Yeah.
like an outcast. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I get that. Like
Right, right.
I personally,
But like as a podcast, as a general, like you need
yeah.
content to survive.
If you're gonna like say that you want to start something, if you want to start something that's kind of serious or at least semi-serious,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to either compete with or create along with the people who are currently at the top of the niche that you're going for.
Mhm.
And that goes for anything. So like if you want to be like a gamer streamer, like you're going to have to kind of have it semi-daily or daily clips. You're still going to have to like be a streamer. And you know, a part of me is like, okay, well, your daily life like doesn't really affect that, right?
Right.
But when you put the problem is like when you put somebody like me on board, like I'm probably going to push that envelope.
You're a pusher.
Yeah. Not that I need to be, not that I want to be, but like if I'm gonna put my name on something,
Like if you're
it
gonna
is going to be
yeah,
something
if
that
you're
I
gonna go
want
all
somebody
in,
to go
you
all
gotta
in
know
on.
your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because like maybe, you know, like necessarily Kato might not have known that. Right.
Where he was like 1 foot in.
Yeah. Instead of like in the deep end.
Just
Because I'm already
dipping his toe
the
in.
problem is like I was already swimming in it. Like you know what I mean?
Where he's
like,
just dipping his toe.
and it's not just a Kato problem. It happens with everybody. But like it's just something that like I'm already in.
See,
So,
I'm
like,
swimming over
in.
here. I'm swimming.
Good.
For now.
Right. But we'll see in a month. No. No. It's and you know, I
jumped in.
I'm
surviving for now.
I just all in on stuff. Like I just will.
That's me right now. I'm all in for this.
Yeah.
Like I jumped in the deep end.
It means a lot.
I'm treading here. I'm surviving.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Well, you know, the benefit to that too is like you have me as an editor and stuff like that.
Oh
like,
yeah, that
you know,
that helps me
I
hugely.
think when you go into like, if you were to go into a podcast, say with like one of your friends that did like the Minnesota edit, whatever.
Yeah, I don't trust them as much as I do you as an editor.
Maybe. Yeah.
As of right now, like if I was to jump in with a podcast with them, I trust you as an editor 100% over something I just jumped into.
Yes. But like, so like 2
and I know you
months
know,
ago,
I
you
know,
were in that field. You were like, okay, like I don't know what this guy's gonna do.
Well, yeah,
That
like
said,
I'm all in. I'm all in.
And I appreciate that.
My chips are in the middle.
I do appreciate that. If we ever have like a gambling night, like I'm just gonna go
I'm
all
all
in
in.
every chance I get. But you know, it does a lot because like the expertise that I've grabbed from every single channel that I've worked on in the past can be pushed into
it's all
this
coming into
very easily.
fruition. Yeah.
And it's nothing that is like out of the realm of possibility where it's like, okay, we might have a 10,000 channel stub.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah. it's really just on me to like be persistent and like
It's not only on you.
not on me.
It's not only on.
Sorry, it's on me to be persistent as an editor.
Yes, but
And
like
it's me to be
for
able to
us as
receive content. Yeah, it's I have to
it's not
receive
only
content.
you. Yeah.
I have to receive content from you, Jeff, Kato.
Yes. Your grandpa, if you ever have him on.
My grandpa's in the cult. Yeah, no, it's whoever we have on.
Yeah.
So Prof, if he's ever
whatever. Yeah.
we're gonna have content.
Yeah.
But it's like it's me as an editor to be persistent enough to where it's like we can draw this to another audience. We can draw this to something outside of just us four.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that like the vision
Which we're doing.
We are doing. It's nothing that we'll keep doing it. That's the problem. But
until they stop us.
I'll say that like I think when we first went into B tier, it was not the same perspective of, hey, this can be something different, right?
To be fair, I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
To be fair, every day the conversation evolves so much. I have no idea what I remember yesterday, but yes,
I just volunteered.
I know, and that's like heroic in its own given
Zero
self.
to hero,
yeah.
Hercules style.
Exactly.
Like
I've watched Hercules once or twice. It's amazing. No, it is crazy, man. Like just what it could be, I guess. It's like always what I think. It's like always what can be, not what is. And I know I always want to like push further. I always want to like get a little bit more out there.
Why not?
And like even if it's not like okay,
Let's
conspiratorial shit.
Let's reach.
Exactly.
Who can we hit?
Exactly.
What's gonna land?
Exactly.
It's like a WWE match. Reach. What are you gonna hit? You know,
I'm gonna rise back from the dead. That's what I'm gonna do.
We are like 3 hours.
Yeah, no, we can go outside and hang out with the girls. But yeah, low key, guys, everybody, thank you so much. We're not gonna post probably the last hour, but we'll be here.
We can clip shorts out of that.
We can clip shorts.
For sure.
I think we should clip shorts that are like
maybe
not the full length.
Maybe we
That's how we do it.
Maybe we set that hour as another podcast.
We upload it on Rumble only and Twitter only. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye. Be here, baby.